If you're a professional brewer, you know how frustrating it can be when you go to place a yeast order and what you're looking for is out of stock. Well, Imperial Yeast is here to help by guaranteeing that commercial orders up to 20 liters of 10, yes, 10 of their most popular strains will ship free if they're not in stock when you place your order. Some of these strains include A38 Juice for those hazy IPAs, A07 Flagship, a classic in clean American styles, L13 Global, which is said to be one of the world's most popular lager strains, A44 Kviking for your warm fermented beers, and so many more. So in addition to pitching right with the highest quality yeast on the market, they're promising that yeast will be ready when you need it, or shipping is on them. Whether you're a pro or a home brewer, if you haven't tried Imperial Yeast in your brewery, it's time to up your game. You can check out everything Imperial Yeast has to offer and place your commercial orders at imperialyeast.com. Hey everybody, this is the Brewlosophy Podcast. I am your host, Marshall Schott, and today I'm joined by some incredible reviewers of beer that I am super glad to call friends, Tim Meisch, Justin Pretzer, and Craig Fry, to review the 11th installment of the Brew Club's AvgBrü beers. For this quarter, members of the Brew Club chose the seasonally appropriate style known as Festbier, which has a pretty cool history as far as German lagers are concerned. Now, I know that you've all had some examples of Festbier because I've consumed them with you. What do you guys think of this style just based on your prior experiences with it?
Easily one of my top 4 favorite beers.
Yeah, festive beer.
Yes. Only because it's a cousin of the original Munich Dunkel.
Wow.
Dang. We'll correct that later.
There it is.
Nope. It says right there.
He's got his notes.
These first festive ales were probably something similar to a Munich Dunkel.
We're going to get to that, and you're not far off, but I'll explain to you why it says that. I actually read the same thing you've got open. So you've had it before, though, over at Crow and Wolf, Tim. And I know that, it's, what do you guys like about this style? It's
very drinkable.
Yeah.
A lot of flavor, but
crushable.
not over the top.
Yeah.
malty. It's not like an IPA hoppy. It's got a little bit more strength than your typical pale, European pale lager. And they did that specifically for the Oktoberfest. Well, festival, October Festival.
That just makes sense.
Yeah,
it's all coming together.
Yeah. So I love Festbier in part because of its, it's just a delicious style in my opinion. But I also really love autumn and this time of year, and I feel like it's a perfect beer for this kind of weather that we're in right now. It's gorgeous. I think we got a high in the low 70s here in Fresno. It's pretty great. And it just goes along with that, with this kind of weather. It reminds me of this season, and I love that. I've never been to the German Oktoberfest in Munich. I'm kind of anxious of huge crowds like that, but I have been to multiple local Oktoberfest celebrations, like over at Crow and Wolf. They always have a Fest beer on. I don't know how many different breweries you guys have been to where you've tried Fest beer, but they're not all good. We're lucky to have Crow and Wolf. We're lucky to have House of Pendragon. They make great lagers, but sometimes they can be kind of bad. So it'll be interesting getting into the Brew Club's version of them.
All right.
I have complete confidence in the brewing community.
They've done well so far.
They have.
So just to get on what you were talking about, my understanding about how Festbier came to be the beer associated with Oktoberfest is that prior to that, it was actually Märzen, which I know you guys all like that style too, even if you don't recognize the name. It's a nice amber lager, malty amber lager. And up until like the 1990s, that was the style associated with Oktoberfest. But Munich Dunkel, which is a darker malty beer, that was I don't know the exact date, but that was the beer for Oktoberfest, like up until the late 19th century, so like 1880s is when it kind of flipped over to Märzen, and then in the 1990s they converted to Festbier, what we know as Festbier today. And in fact, I don't think they call it Festbier. I think that's a
Feistbier. It's feisty.
They actually call it Oktoberfest beer, all one word. Yeah, and
they spell it with a K over there, though, so it's very, very suspect. Suspect.
So my understanding is that the term that we use, Festbier, was just put out there by the BJCP, 5-6 years ago, something like that. So
good marketing.
Yeah, pretty interesting though. I like that history, and I'm glad that Festbier is what it is. Part of the reason they moved to it was because of what you guys said. It's drinkable, a little more crushable, not as heavy or heavy tasting. It's not as malty. It's got really good balance. So I'm excited to get into these. Now, if you are interested in this kind of stuff, or you just want to hang out with a cool group of like-minded brewers, you can learn much more about the Brew Club by visiting thebruclub.com. That'll redirect you to their active Facebook Facebook group. They've got all kinds of cool stuff going on over there, including this AvgBrü project. Currently, base membership is free. I don't think they plan on changing that, but you can go join now. You've got nothing to lose. And if you're listening to this show, chances are, and if you have Facebook, you are really going to enjoy being a part of that club. All right, if you enjoy this show and you want to help us to continue producing it, please consider becoming a patron of Brülosophy, which you can do over at patreon.com/Brülosophy. By making a small monthly pledge, you'll receive rewards like access to unpublished contributor recipes, unique discounts at YakimaValleyHops.com, and an invitation to a monthly live Q&A session with somebody in the brewing world. The guest for this month, November of 2024, is Assistant Professor in Food Chemistry at the University of Arkansas, Dr. Scott LaFontaine. If you've been listening to the Brew Lab podcast, this name is probably familiar to you, as Dr. LaFontaine has been interviewed a few times on that show, touching on topics like brewing with rice and how on-bind maturity affects cascade hop aroma. Suffice to say, Scott is a trove of brewing knowledge, and we're really excited that our patrons are going to have the opportunity to pick his brain. He's going to be hanging out with patrons on Saturday, November 23rd, 2024. So all you got to do is make your pledge of just $3 or more by Friday the 22nd. All past sessions are stored on our private Facebook and Patreon pages so that patrons can go back and watch them whenever they like. Learn more about all of the rewards we offer for your support and become a patron today over at patreon.com/Brülosophy. Finally, if you wouldn't mind letting us know what you think about this show by leaving a rating and review in Apple Podcast or wherever it is you listen to podcasts that allows you to do that, we would really appreciate that as well. Feedback is brought to you by Clawhammer Supply, who offer brewers various options for high-quality, reasonably priced electric brewing rigs in various voltages and sizes. I've used their 120-volt system for 5-gallon batches and just jumped into a 240-volt 10-gallon setup. I'm telling you, these things are awesome. Clawhammer Supply really puts the effort into ensuring their systems do exactly as they're intended to do in as efficient a way as possible. If you're not ready to make the jump to electric, they also sell 10 and 20-gallon brew-in-a-bag homebrewing starter kits. If you've been considering going electric, do yourself a favor and at least visit clawhammersupply.com. We're confident you're going to love their stuff just as much as we do. Now, instead of our typical feedback where we just read something and respond, we're going to do something a little different. Members of the Brew Club had some questions for the three of you guys.
Yes.
So I kind of...
That's called Q&A, Tim.
I love questions.
Q&A, question and answer. So we're going to get to those instead. We don't want to spend too much time on this because we've got beers to get into, and right now my Miller Lite is running real low, and I'm ready for some Festbier. So keep that in mind when you're answering these. Some of them are specific to the person. First question comes from Will Allwart. You guys have had his beers before. Yep. Good brewer. He says, if you were a pizza topping, what would it be and why? I cannot wait for Justin's response to this.
Pineapple, because I'm here to party. I'm here to shake things up and go against the cultural norms of pizza.
I was convinced you were going to say sausage. So what would you...
He meant upside down pineapple.
Yeah, upside down pineapple. Well, yeah, that's a given.
Upside down pineapple. Holy shit.
Pepperoni.
Really?
I can be greasy.
Ooh.
Oh.
I could be.
Why are you making such deep eye
spicy.
contact with me?
Right.
I can't stop.
You said pineapple.
God damn it, Craig, I'm pregnant.
So you're pepperoni. Timmy, what are you?
Man, I guess Justin took mine right from the get.
I've got mine all queued up as pineapple as well. So
Yeah.
I'm curious why you're pineapple.
I
Because
just
he's a
I like,
swinger.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Not
You are so sweet, though. So you're like sweet and tart at the same
There
time.
you go.
There you are, pineapple.
No, I said swinger, not sweet.
That's the upside down.
That's what you
pineapple.
meant.
There we go. Yeah, I'm pineapple because a lot of people think pineapple is nasty on pizza, and I feel like, I mean, all of us kind of fit that. Like we're
We're the prophets
Nasty.
of pizza.
We're all
We're
nasty.
here to
Yeah, yeah.
convert people one bite at a time.
yeah. And I love it
Anytime
on
you have
pizza.
something that's like sweet and spicy, if you hit it with that
It's a good
extra,
mix.
it's crushable.
I mean,
so good.
Hawaiian pizza with pickled jalapeno on. Come on,
Game over.
Game over.
I might DoorDash some $80
Hey.
pizza.
Oh God.
Throw some pepperoni
again.
on it.
It's actually we've done it before.
Pepperoni.
It's true. It's true. Okay,
Hey,
next
Mario,
question.
it's me, Luigi.
Mario. Next question comes from Steve Miko. I believe we've had his beers as well. He says, "What color does Craig like to smell the most?"
wow.
Yellow.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of yellow,
I would say yellow or orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those smell and taste good at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Lemon and orange.
It's
I
very
guess.
descriptive, so that's
Yeah.
helpful.
Turn your ring off there, Craigie. Does anybody else have a color they associate with themselves?
With me?
With Craig?
Tim would be brown because he spends most of his time producing brown.
There you go.
Probably black for Craig because of his color palette. He's not wildly colorful when it comes to T-shirts. A lot of black T-shirts.
He's got a lot of black, yeah. I guess I do too, though.
Yeah.
Normally black slimming, but something's gone wrong. That's what you guys get for earlier.
Wow.
It's broken. Yeah. I'm not sure what color. The color that I like to smell the most, I think I'd go with orange. I love the smell of orange. Yeah. But paint-wise, I don't like the smell of any paint.
No.
Okay. Next question. We got a couple more to get to. Jason Gan, something like that, says, if you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? I feel like we've answered this before. But let's do it again because I like these questions.
Invisibility.
What for?
I'm an absolute freak.
Okay. Yeah. No need to go any further. We get it. Yeah. Go ahead, Craig.
Invisibility? You don't want to be seen?
No.
He just wants to sneak around.
I just want to sneak around,
Watch
say what's
people,
up.
Watch people do the dirty, I'm sure.
X-ray.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
talking about sneaking into church and having extra prayer time.
Hey, look, I'm projecting on you. Okay?
Clearly.
That's my bad.
Clearly.
While you're not visible, I can see you because I'm have X-ray vision.
Except if he's invisible, X-rays would...
You would see right through it.
Maybe your only superpower is seeing the only other invisible person on Earth.
What a boring-ass power.
What a boring power. Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to transport somewhere. And
That'd be me. Yep.
You could just be there and bam.
Never have to sit on an
Oh,
airplane
that's
again.
way better than being
Yeah.
invisible and a weirdo. God damn it.
I don't know how I'd use it for good. Because it's a superpower, you think you'd use it for good, but I'd use it for personal reasons, never to have to sit on an airplane again.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one. Can I change mine?
Yeah, you can change
no.
that. So are we on? So you don't see anybody now. You're basically got a lost superpower, Craig.
Yeah. You blew it, Craig.
All right, final question comes from Haven Schultz. He's one of the leaders of the Brew Club, and he asked a good question. So there's a final one here. What's the most embarrassing or hilarious thing you've done while drinking with me, with Marshall?
Oh, well, that's a separate podcast.
Also, Jersey's not here either because he's
This
got
is
many
true.
stories. Yeah. Embarrassing or hilarious? I think I should be the one to say if it was hilarious or not, right?
I think it was 2 podcasts or 3 maybe podcasts ago. I went from 0 to throwing up
That's what I was
almost
gonna
instantaneously. I had to have my wife come pick me up. I threw up down the street, in the middle of the street. It was weird. She didn't think it was funny. I'm sure you guys thought it was funny.
I laughed my ass off. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the weirdest ones. I don't throw up in the middle of the street too often.
So for Craig, it's when Greg comes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greg.
Oh, when
Yeah.
we were camping and I drank a lot of Whistle Pig.
Oh.
And I went to sleep before the sun went down. And the next thing I know, it was like, see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Literally.
Well, part of that though, Craig, if I may, Greg,
Please.
is that you don't remember what happens when you become Greg,
No.
but you are like touchy-feely Mr. Lover. It's hilarious, and it cracks me up. Tim is always just falling asleep on my couch before he
yeah.
does anything stupid or hilarious. It's just you just.
I can
fall
take a
asleep.
nap right now.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody knows that. Yeah, no one's questioning that. I'm probably the one who's done the stupidest shit of all of us.
I've seen some stupid
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I've seen- they're gonna- yeah. Shall we not share that stuff? Or
It's probably best for the sponsors.
our sponsors have been around when I've done some of the stupid shit. So, thank you guys all for the questions. That was fun. Maybe we'll make that a regular thing on the
Yes,
Average Brews. It's kinda
absolutely.
fun. So,
Yeah, that was cool.
if you have feedback or questions that you'd like answered on the show by these guys or in one of our Brew and A's, you can send them to feedback@brewlosophy.com or just drop us a note on social media. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Brewlosophy Show, so you're notified when new episodes drop. Martin has been putting a lot of work into this project. We are super proud of it, and we think you're going to love it as well. To find the channel, you can search YouTube for Brewlosophy or just go straight to youtube.com/@TheBrewlosophy Show. Alrighty, when we're back from this break, Average Brew Festbier reviews. Go smart with the EasyDens digital density meter and the SmartRef digital refractometer by Anton Parr. Measure wort extract and alcohol content, track fermentation, and analyze data through the Brewmeister app right on your smartphone. No more guesswork, just great beer. Here at Brewlosophy, we love using the Easy Dens during brew days, as anyone who watches the Brewlosophy show with Martin Keene knows. Head over to easydens.com now and use code BRU15 for 15% off. That's BRU15 to get 15% off your order. After a long brew day, the last thing I want to do is waste more time chilling wort. I've tried so many different options, and ultimately I settled on the super efficient immersion chillers made by Jaded Brewing. With the King Cobra and Hydra, I'm able to chill my entire batch of wort from boiling to just a few degrees above groundwater temperature in as little as 6 minutes. If an immersion chiller is right for your brewery, then do yourself a favor and check out all of the rad options Jaded Brewing has to offer at jadedbrewing.com. And be sure to let them know Brewlosophy sent you. As every brewer knows, the best beer requires the best hops, which Yakima Valley Hops provides fresh from the source to brewers around the world, carrying everything from classics like Cascade to modern favorites like Galaxy and Mosaic, as well as other ingredients and gear. Yakima Valley Hops has it all. And don't forget to check out their new podcast, The Late Edition, where the YVH crew goes into depth on our favorite plant with industry experts. Head over to YakimaValleyHops.com now to see all they have to offer and subscribe to The Late Edition wherever it is you listen to podcasts.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the kids, like arts, crafts, games, and tech. You'll have money left over for some new board games to boost the kids' confidence.
Ah, you won again.
Or that multi-voice changing megaphone so you can really spread the cheer.
Happy holidays.
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
I mentioned earlier that up until the 90s or so, the go-to beer style for Oktoberfest was Märzen.
Hold on, Marshall.
malty-
You're not saying that angry enough. It's Märzen.
which is a malty lager that I know all of us love. I've brewed many, many batches. It's one of my top 10 favorite lager styles, probably favorite styles of all time, that you guys have all enjoyed many times. And you know, this change, like I mentioned before, from Märzen to Festbier was due to German breweries, namely Polliner is what I read, believing that a lighter option would just work better for the Oktoberfest event, and hence Festbier took Märzen's place. Similar in many ways to other European pale lagers, the BJCP describes Festbier as, quote, a smooth, clean, pale German lager with a moderately strong malty flavor and a light hop character, deftly balanced strength and drinkability with a palate impression and finish that encourages drinking, showcases elegant German malt flavors without becoming too heavy or filling. Not feeling, but filling. Sounds pretty good to me. I mean, as far as descriptions go, what do you guys think?
I mean, sure. It's
I'd like to read the disclaimer.
Well, that's on the first bottle that we're already, but we're still going over the parameters first.
Oh,
And then,
my bad.
that is your job when we get there, Craig. You get to read the disclaimer. Alex Shanksable, he is on the leadership of the Brew Club, but also a contributor to Brewlosophy. And I guarantee you they put a good disclaimer that I have not seen yet, but I look forward to reading it. You guys are already plowing through
You're really bad at
that
pouring.
Fest beer.
It's good though, huh?
Yeah, it's really
good.
Hence the pouring.
And hence the pouring. So I'm going to get into the brewing parameters real quick. Let's blast through this so that we can start. I know you guys are already drinking, but I'm thirsty.
I'm drunk.
So off of that half of Alex's beer there. So for the malts, they could use Pilsner, Munich malt. They had to use Pilsner and Munich malt. We know that not everybody's going to do that because who follows rules in the brew club? And then an optional base malt was Vienna malt. They could use either Carapils or skip all crystal or caramel malts altogether. Specialty malts, they could use Melanoidin, acidulated malt, Victory malt, or no specialty malts. No roasted grains, no alternative fermentables. For hops, they had to bitter with either Magnum or Hallertauer Mittelfrüh, which is a excellent classic noble hop that I absolutely love. For mid-boil, so halfway through the boil or so, they had to hit it with Hallertau Mittelfrüh, Tettnang, Satz, or Perle. And then for late boil, it was either Hallertau or Mittelfrüh, Tettnang, and or Satz.
Are you making these words up?
yeah, all I hear is sods.
Sots. Everybody.
No flame out or dry hop additions. That would be out of style for this. For the yeast, Imperial Yeast L17 Harvest, which is the Augustiner strain. It's my absolute favorite. The lagers that I make that you guys love are usually fermented with Harvest, but they could also have
picked up on
gone.
that.
You picked up, yeah. They could also use Saf Lager W3470, which is purported to be the most popular lager yeast strain in the world. I believe that's true. No adjuncts for the brewing. The stats, the numbers here. The mash temperature had to be between 148 and 151 Fahrenheit, which is 64 to 66 C, for 60 minutes. But a step mash was encouraged. So a step mash just means starting at a lower temperature, letting it rest for 15 to 20 minutes, bumping it up, and then bumping it up one more time. And that is a classic way that German brewers, many European lager brewers in particular, would encourage the best conversion of that starch into fermentable sugar. So that was encouraged but not required. They had to boil for 60 plus minutes. Target an IBU of 15 to 25, so that's your bitterness rating. And then the target OG was between 1051 and 1060. So we're looking at beers that are going to fall anywhere between about, at a low end, maybe 5% up to about 6.3%.
Okay,
something
a little
like
bit of hair on it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, not
it's a
bad.
little stronger than what your typical, pale lager out of the can
Miller
would
Lite.
be. Definitely stronger than Miller Lite. I think these are like 4.1 or 3 point something like that.
Yeah, barely, yeah.
Yeah, they're not much. So that all sounds good to me, though. You guys ready to get in? You guys are already drinking this first one. So while I drink mine, let's comment first. Would you like to read the disclaimer?
Sure. Let me get my glasses on.
Oh, dear Lord.
Are you for
First
real?
of all, this is the first beer I've drank out of a plastic bottle.
So you can buy these bottles for bottling homebrew. I've used them before, and I always get oxidation, but that could be some other part of my process that was the issue. Alex, this is from Alex Shanksable. Again,
One of the best last names ever. Shanksable.
yeah. Yeah. But he is a Brulosophy contributor. I feel like I've already said this, so if I'm being redundant, I apologize. But he's also randomly drawn in the brew club to send this in, so we'd accept beer from Alex.
He
any
knows
day
someone,
anyways.
is what he's trying to say.
So, yeah, he had an in. We'll just put it that way. So go ahead and read this disclaimer that Alex put on the.
The disclaimer says, please enjoy in a glass and leave the last ounce of beer in the bottle unless you later want to smell the pits of hell.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Drink up.
Do you guys get it? Do you know why he's putting that?
Yeah, because you got all the
Stuff
sediment.
on the bottom.
Oh, the stuff on the bottom it's good for your gut health. It's not good for
yeah.
the people around you, though. Let's just put it that way. Yeah.
Crop duster.
This is
Oh,
like
it
roulette.
makes you tooty. I
How
get
we
it.
get to the bottom? Who's going to get there first?
So let's talk about the bottle, the label, and the way this beer looks first.
So, you got a devil wearing a plaid. No, not a plaid. It's a diamond style shirt.
Like a picnic
looking
table.
quite
Like a picnic
distressed.
table, yeah.
Gingham is actually it's a gingham style.
Kingdom
shirt.
style?
No.
That shirt is the Oktoberfest color pattern.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
It could
we
be
didn't know.
it could be Thanksgiving Fest too.
Yeah. Vest intentions.
Novemberfest.
It's vest intentions.
We're in November.
I like Vest Intentions. That's good.
I like that he on the side of it, ABV 6.0 color, there's a yellowish, but he has a bar graph of multi-bitter hoppy CO2, so I know what to taste.
Yeah, I love that.
Boy, this is, great color. Just not super, super clear. Oh, actually, it's pretty clear.
That's condensation. Yeah,
that's condensation.
Mine is crystal. Well, you might have gotten the schmooge from the bottom there. Mine's crystal clear.
Not yet.
I'm gonna read.
This is a good beer.
It's so good. I know. You guys, this is going to be a fun one because
And he gave us stickers.
Did he include some
Yeah,
stickers?
Low
Yes.
Gravity Brewing.
All right, I'm going to read what Alex sent. They wrote quite a bit, so I'm just going to go through it really fast. Stop me if you want to comment. Hey, I'm Alex, down in the Republic of Buc-ee's. Where's Buc-ee's at? Texas, yeah. I believe it's Houston. Alex lives in Houston, yeah. So like many, I started homebrewing when I was gifted an extract kit for my 21st birthday. Unlike most others, though, I started my drinking career 3 weeks later on bottling day. You started drinking with your first homebrew, Alex? How did I not know this?
Wow.
That's crazy, yeah. I don't... He says... Go ahead.
Surprised you're still drinking.
That's so true. That batch must have been pretty damn good. He says, I don't know why someone would try to get a teetotaler into brewing, but it worked. I'm the newest, shiniest contributor for Brewlosophy, but much more importantly, I'm a leadership member of the Brew Club. Like everyone else, I wear a few hats. I'm the dues dude, the founder of the Discord
he's
server.
the money guy.
Yeah, and the create. Yeah, I say it's free. It's free to join, but there are different levels, which is pretty cool.
So it's free with advertisements.
There you go. yeah. Adblock does not work on the Brew Club. The creator of the cheesy graphics. While Havo is tasked with making beautiful Average Brew guideline graphics, my duty is to make generic, groan-inducing punny labels for anyone to use. I'll throw a few Average Brew examples on the back to show you the kind of quality. That's these guys. Looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you're reading this, Vest Intentions is the third Average Brew that I've mailed in and the second that's arrived unshattered. Yeah, Alex is the one. They sent us I think it was 2 bottles and one of them completely busted. And the other one we had
Damn it, FedEx.
Yeah. That was the New Zealand Pilsner, I think.
Oh, I don't think we missed anything on that one.
Well, they said that their first submission was the New Zealand Pilsner. Maybe I'm lucky that the NZ Pils didn't arrive in one piece. There we go. And after a failed attempt was an ordinary bitter back in 2022. I tend to come up with beer name and label before the recipe itself. One beer that's almost always on tap at the home breweries, Munich Helles, that my spouse named Good Intentions. So this is Vest Intentions, naturally featuring an illustration of a rather distressed Satan from Paradise Lost. So Munich Helles, this is, a lot of people will view this as just being a stronger Munich Helles. So it's real malt forward, not terribly bitter, just real balanced, not hoppy at all. I've been talking with friends and family. Festbier's a little sweeter, boozed up version of Helles. Yes, that's all true. Let's see. I know I'm going to lose some points over this, but I tried to follow the guidelines to a T. Using Global might be a fuck up though. So Global's another yeast that wasn't on the list. But, though I'm going to give you a pass, Alex. In part because I know you have Global because Imperial sponsors us, and so they probably ordered a bunch. And Global is just a liquid version of 3470, so you got it. You're good to go. Alex says it depends if it counts as 3470. It does. This is interesting. So Alex said, I won't be surprised if the beer is hazy as fuck. This is part of an experiment, so no gelatin for me. So this one is actually going to get published on the website as well. And I just kegged this a few days before shipping it out. Well, Alex, because of our delay, I would contend that this beer cleared up really nicely.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Great color.
All right, cool. I'm going to stop there.
Thank you.
There's a lot of pleasantries, thanking us for drinking the beers and all that. So let's talk about aroma, flavor, and everything else about the beer.
I tell you, drinking this thing, I'm not doing the whole. The aroma's hard for me. I'm not very good at picking out stuff like that, like Tim. Oh man,
I smell nothing.
Yeah, I smell yellow. But man, taking a drink of this, it coats your mouth in just bready, crackery goodness.
And that's what I was going to say. It's been a while since my last sip because my glass is empty and no one's filled it up. But it's okay.
You guys have your own.
It's just laying back there, and it's a good flavor.
It's just hanging out, saying, "Hey, carbs." Yeah. This is not a bikini season beer.
Did you just pour the rest of that in there?
No, look.
I mean, look how different. I wouldn't drink that.
Marshall's face says otherwise.
Tim might not care.
I'm not going to drink.
That is what Alex wanted. That's why you poured it for Craig.
That is not an attractive.
Oh, that's my
pour.
finger.
But look at this. And when you wipe the condensation, that is bright.
That's
yours is way more clear than
Well, it's
our
because
bottle.
we poured it.
It's a little cloudy.
You got to
here.
be gentle in your pour. You know
Yeah,
this.
you
Craig
can't
doesn't
rush
know
into
this.
things. Ease into it. Be invisible.
Why
So,
are you talking to me?
the
I didn't
way-
pour it.
You just poured it.
That was on purpose.
Oh, got it.
All right,
Well
we're
done, then.
gonna do a 15-minute episode on you and me teaching these two to pour a beer.
Fair.
I poured gentle.
Okay, let's move past pouring. Your description of the flavor is exactly what I get in the aroma, though. It's just warm.
Ooh, I feel like I passed.
Warm, toasty bread, and I think
So good.
It's so
There's a
good.
little bit of caramel on it.
I mean, yeah, or the way I would describe that is like the browner edges of the toasted bread,
okay.
that caramelization, that Maillard reaction, maybe a little bit.
Like right at first, like the first sip I had, it was kind of peppery to me,
Peppery, like green pepper or black pepper,
like black pepper. But the
like
more
a little
the more I
spicy?
drank it, that went away. It was just like initial.
Maybe it's just a shock
That's
to
after
switch
drinking the
from
Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You might just be. I don't get pepper at all. It's very clean
Well, I mean,
fermentation.
What do we know? We're just the average brew drinkers.
Well, but we all perceive things subjectively. So maybe you got pepper in there, Tim. That's
and I
okay.
can't smell. So
True.
Ooh, I like it so much though. I could drink a ton of
So
this.
it was
good.
very
Yeah. I mean, I filled it up. I triple
yeah.
filled mine up. in a real hurry.
You had 3 glasses of it?
Yeah.
Good for you,
Oh,
dude.
I'm gonna absolutely shit my pants. Dude. It's gonna be incredible. We're gonna go from drunk to just loss of all bodily
You
functions.
got some more before you get to the bowels of hell.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do
Do
all
it.
that, man. No, I don't need forced Metamucil.
Forced Metamucil.
I want to see you puke on the road again.
No, I would get in trouble.
I'll take one, and then here's this
Isn't that
one's
a
for
Willie
you guys.
Nelson song?
Got that. That can go to them, the 2 of them.
Church
And then
key.
We've got ours. Yeah, church key. Let us in. Oh, there you go. You got it. There we go. So this next one comes.
Does that say bottle conditioned on it?
It says bottle condition.
So be
That's good.
very careful with
Why?
pouring. Because when you bottle conditioning means that you added sugar so that the yeast have something to consume, and then you cap the bottle so it will hold all of that carbonation in there. All that stuff on the bottom will waft up and make this beer is crystal clear. I can see through the bottle right now. If you're getting non-clear samples, it's because you're pouring too hard. Oh yeah, thank you. All right, I'm going to read this while you guys pour.
Oh, that looks good.
Looks like the ladies are on their way home too. All right, Marshall, Craig, Justin, and Tim. That's how this was started.
I already like it.
Let me start off by I'm not even pre-reading these things, by the way. Let me start off by saying this is my first attempt at shipping beer, so I hope it made it to your glasses without issue. It looks pretty damn good to me.
Pretty. I'd be happy if I was sitting in a bar and that showed up in front of me.
Yeah. My name is Alex Persichetti.
Easy for you to say.
Ah, Persichetti.
Well, he put the 2 Alex's in a row. What do you know? He put the phonetic version of it, and I was looking at that. I'm from Littleton, Colorado. I've been casually brewing since 2012. All right. I only recently began trying to expand my knowledge and hopefully skills in brewing, thanks to my discovery of the Brewlosophy podcast. Well, thank you, Alex. Now I've moved from stovetop to an electric all-in-one, plastic buckets to stainless steel fermentation vessels, and buying ingredients day before brewing to bulk grains, hops, and yeast harvesting. I actually just bought my brewing salt so I can begin messing with water chemistry. I've been using bottled spring water as is. So I guess that was a long way to say thanks for inspiring me to advance my hobby and for its impact on my bank account. I just joined the brew club 4 months ago, so at this point it's been about 5 months, and I'm very honored to send you my short and shoddy Festbier, and he spelled shoddy Schotty.
Oh,
that's a-
extra bonus
That's
points.
punny.
A lot of people think that's where that came from. It's not. It was a work joke. For this average brew review, he says, apologies, Marshall. I assumed the method name was a reference to yourself and only recently noted the spelling shoddy. See, a lot of people think that.
Wait, it's a work joke? Like your real work?
So short and shitty is when you get close to the gate, when you get close to
And he is
paroling.
short.
So you're short to the gate. Thank you, Tim.
Is that like the advice that you're dispensing to these people? Like,
Yeah, I know.
This is gonna be a short and shitty session, people.
No, but I called it short and shoddy because of the way we brew it. It was I had to come up with something. So Alex says, here's a summary of my highly sophisticated approach to brewing my first Festbier recipe design. Malts called for Pilsner and Munich with several optional malts. The only malts I had on hand were Pilsner and Munich, so that's all I did. Same went for hops. Of the 3 options for bittering, I only had Magnum, and of the 5 options for mid-late boil, I only had Satz. That's great. As for the yeast, since I didn't need to make a trip to the local homebrew shop for other ingredients, I opted to stomp on the yeast parameters and dump this batch straight onto a yeast cake I had immediately available, which is Y yeast 2308 Munich lager yeast. I believe that's the same as L17 Harvest, so that we should be good. But it was from it previously fermented a Baltic porter, which is we're talking 9 to 10%
that is
dark, delicious,
chewy.
As the guidelines suggested, a step mash, I decided to mash in at 122 Fahrenheit, immediately setting my mash and boil to begin heating to 160 F. So he did like a gradual increase as opposed to actual steps, which is totally cool. It took about 30 minutes to get there, moved from there to a 30-minute boil. So he broke those parameters, but that's the short and shitty part, or shoddy part. Chilled with an immersion chiller, jumped on the yeast cake. I don't have the means to ferment a lager temperature, so I stretched a shirt over the fermenter and kept that wet for the duration of fermentation. Oh, interesting. Convective cooling, I guess. Keeping the beer right around 58 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 13 degrees C. After letting it rest for another couple of weeks at room temperature, I added a half teaspoon of gelatin and some potassium metabisulfites, primed and bottled the following day. So fair warning, there will be a little bit of yeasty beasties in these bottles. The label is neither very creative nor is it painter's tape. I did throw a little yellow tape into the packaging for good measure. I hope you guys enjoy the Festbier nonetheless. I really look forward to hearing your guys' on the review. Thank you for the pretzels, by the way, Alex.
What?
My
Where?
kids have been munching those. We have plenty left.
You there better be.
Yeah.
They're the
Holding
good
out.
ones. They're the good ones too.
I ain't seeing them.
I'll go grab some between this.
This is weird.
It's got some stuff going on.
Okay, let me. I haven't tried it.
So let me start with the bottle. I love the bottle. It looks
Yeah, it
like
looks
a
cool.
very old classic beer that you would get. That's disgusting.
That was so gross.
We're gonna.
That's
smell
a
that in
measure
about
of the
2
beer, by the way.
seconds. We are going to be tasting that in no time. But the bottle looks cool. There's some type of dog on the front. Darcy's. Some type of like a Springer Spaniel or gorgeous dog, but really neat bottle. I mean, here's what's weird. One has the painter's tape on it. Yellow, by the way, Craig.
I do appreciate the yellow.
Yes.
I was waiting to comment on that.
It says
He was smelling it earlier.
Yeah, so it says bottle condition. So what's weird though is Marshall and I are drinking one bottle. Tim and Craig are drinking the other bottle that say bottle conditioned. Out of the glass, it tastes completely different than out of the bottle. And the one that Tim has that is bottle conditioned with you, Craig, tastes different than the one that we have.
What?
It's a little funky.
Yeah, look.
It's very clean and crisp.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, and it washes
It's a
off
different
your-
beer.
Yeah.
But hear me out. Take a sip and think peanut butter.
That's why I hate it.
It,
And I'm not trying to be mean. I hate now.
Don't sugarcoat
Now
it.
it's making sense.
it tastes like that peanut butter powder. My wife uses it for smoothies, and I don't know what causes that. If it's an off flavor, but this has what I have. And people hate when I say this, and I'm fine being wrong and also hated. Bottle conditioned flavor. I've bottle conditioned beers that don't have this. I've had plenty of, but there's some.
But you're not bottle conditioned.
Yeah, you're not. Only one
No,
of them says
you're-
bottle condition.
yeah.
So your whole argument just fell in on itself.
Then I'm wrong. It tastes like peanut butter though.
Now that
Mine tastes like burnt bread.
okay,
We
so
talk
that's
about bread. This
So-
is burnt.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on here. So Baltic Porter is a very strong.
That's what I'm
yeast.
getting. Not that I know what that even tastes, but there's something a lot stronger.
Yeah, there
is in this.
this is punchy.
It's pungent, and
Yeah.
and I think what we're getting. I said it's a strong yeast. It's a very strong beer style. I mean, we're talking 9 up to 12% or so. It was what they were making in the Baltics during the winter to keep people warm, the SARS warm and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
they were.
You remember those days?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Larsenberger down the street.
And I wonder if that yeast
Because
would,
he used that.
and it would be stressed out. That yeast would be stressed because of how strong.
Had a long day.
But it had a long couple of 2 or 3 days, really. And I wonder if that's not what we're tasting is a little bit of a autolysis or that stressed yeast thing. It's not. The thing is it doesn't. It's not like a tosser. Well, you don't like peanut butter. It tastes like peanut butter to me.
And that's where. So again, when I said I hated it, there's a flavor in here that's making me. I wouldn't want to order a second one.
No.
And I couldn't figure out what that flavor I was associating with when you said peanut butter. Obviously, it connected the dots for me.
Well-
and anything peanut buttery. Anything is very, very off-putting. for
That's
me.
always been the case with you. I've known that. Well, and I think the reason I thought that both of these were bottle conditioned is because I think the few times that I've had bottle conditioned beers with this characteristic, it may have been with beers that maybe set in primary fermenter for too long and that yeast was already stressed. And yeah, it carbonated the beer, but it also, those yeast were throwing off byproducts that taste like this. Alex, do not feel bad. This is the point of this show. It's kind of fun for us to be able to critique the occasional beer that maybe didn't come out the way it should have.
The more I drink it, the more I like it, actually.
Well, the weird thing is you remove that weird peanut butter flavor, and it's like a beautiful beer. It's super crisp,
it's crisp.
clean.
It's like an apple crisp. I mean,
These
But
are
without-
so
do you
different
get
beers,
apples?
though.
no, but it's real crisp, like apple juice.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like dry. It's super
Yeah.
dry. Yeah. I get that as well. I don't know. I mean, maybe his Baltic Porter had some peanut butter in it or something.
It's just so weird that
He
the
was eating a
first one
peanut
we
butter
had.
and jelly, and some fell in.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we're just gonna go and let that
He's so
mash
fucking-
in there.
Yeah. What were you going to say, though?
I'm gonna try yours.
It's just so weird that these two first beers are so characteristically different. It was from one end of the spectrum to the other.
You get a peanut butter smell
I don't
on
get
it
peanut
too.
butter. Shocker.
What would you describe that
can't
flavor?
smell anything.
Well, are you drinking the bottle? I don't even know which one I was drinking.
Conditioned.
You were drinking the non-bottled, and
So-
I just tried that one.
Is it different?
It's different. It's got more flavor.
Yeah. So, and that's what I was saying is drinking Tim's was very different. Tim's is a bit smoother tasting, which is weird.
I would try the bottle condition one, but it's at the very bottom of the
Yeah.
bottle, and the last thing I want is to. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's one way to put it. Okay, let's move on to this next beer. I'm going to pour
This beer
one.
was named
This looks
after
like me on the label.
No,
When I
it's
had
me.
hair.
So don't shake it up, Craig.
I didn't shake it. I
Craig?
was looking at the guy. Whoa, this is
I got
so
this
cool.
VCR.
Oh my goodness, that's a beaut, Clark. Look at that. Here you go, buddy.
Dude, this is rad.
These cans are dope, right?
Handsome
So-
devil Festbier.
So this is
Drink
what
it all.
I took my amount, buddy. So this is just to get it out there. This is one of those cans that has the screw-on lids.
Yeah, it's
I've never
kinda
seen
great.
that.
It's like
Yeah, they're cool.
it feels like it has like dimples on it or
Something
ridges
from-
like a Snickers bar.
You'd buy paint stuff
Exactly,
in.
yeah. This
Oh, yeah.
reminds me of work.
Okay, I'm realizing now I
Ooh.
can't read these
That's
novels
clear.
that people are sending.
Look
God,
at that.
how
That's
clear that
beautiful.
is.
That is clear.
Wipe your
This
condensation off. It honestly looks
Oh,
like a
Jesus.
American Pilsner. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
That's nuts.
Damn.
All right, so you guys evaluate the way it looks and such. I think people do that.
No smell.
No smell.
No smell.
But you did inhale the entire windscreen just now.
It actually moved in the glass. When
It created like a tornado, fucking water spout. All right, here we go. This one is called Handsome Devil Festbier. And it comes from Will Allward. I didn't even know.
Will!
What up, Will?
Dude.
Dude, that's so good.
So this is great. He says, Will says the slogan for Handsome Devil is all the companionship you need, 1 liter at a time. So classically in Oktoberfest, you order 1 liter steins of beer. It's fabulous. You love it. Yeah. All right, let's go. Guten
Is this
Tag.
like AI? I bet this is AI.
I bet it's AI, yeah. I use AI all the time now for the images. Guten Tag, Marshall and the deputies.
That means hi.
Yeah. I think it means it's like aloha. It's like the German version of aloha.
The deputies.
Once again, I'm honored to be contributing to the most entertaining beer drinking podcast on the airwaves. Thank you very much.
Oh,
I hope this beer arrives in good shape. It did. It
did.
Beer-shaped.
I had to push to get this to you on time as I was not expecting to be picked for the show. This beer was kegged on September 14th and shipped on the 20th. We are drinking it on what's today, the 9th? November 9th?
Yep.
yeah.
So it's been, we'll just say it's been lagering for quite a while. The recipe and brew day were pretty straightforward for this beer, so I won't bore you with too many details. Thank you, Will. However, I did do a pseudo decoction. That's cool. So decoction means
What? Whoa.
yeah.
Is this a different podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
knew I liked this
Brew
beer.
Hub podcast. Yeah.
Brew.
Brew Tinder.
No. So the just real quick, you guys have been around for brew days where they have the grains in the water called the mash, right? A decoction is you take some of that and you boil it with the grains, and it creates the reason for that. It was that old school brewers in Germany and Europe did that was, again, to encourage conversion and all of that. There's this kind of belief out there that by doing that, it imparts a caramelized or melanoid flavor to beer. We've shown over and over that doesn't seem to be the case, but some people still believe it does, and so they do it. It's a lot of work.
It's so confusing to brew beer.
The old school way, it sure is. But you
It's
can
so
make
easy
it,
to drink it.
So
That's
easy.
true, yeah. So Will said he did a pseudo decoction. Love you, Will. I'm not sure it did anything. I haven't tasted the beer yet, though. Basically, I just pulled a small portion of the thick mash after the sack rest and boiled it for 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, all of that stuff. When it was finished boiling, I added it back to the main mash, recirculated for 10 minutes. The decoction portion definitely darkened a bit. That would be the melanoidins, right? It's like when you toast something. But I'm not sure if it really added anything noticeable to the finished beer. We're not doing a comparison here, Will, but I doubt it did. That's my own personal belief. The label is my first venture into the world of AI art. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
You nailed it, yeah. I spent about half an hour working on it and was the best I could come up with.
It's a good looking label. It reminds me of
You know what? I was
that
going to
handsome
say,
guy
it,
off of
It reminds me
Prince
of all
Charming.
of us. We're
It
pretty
does.
handsome guys.
We are.
And
We
this
have a
is
face for
us.
radio.
Speak for yourself, Craig. The
little
slogan,
hot thing.
the slogan, all the companionship you need, 1 liter at a time, was really the inspiration for the label art and the name Handsome Devil. I won't be completely abandoning my painter's tape labels, but it was fun to play around with AI. Half an hour on AI. When I use AI, it takes like 2 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to write an article for me the other day, and I'm like,
of course you did.
what the heck? Like,
It's amazing.
It's incredible. It's
really
creating
amazing.
an absolute generation of lazy, though.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Will said that he sent a Schwartz beer and a different Pilsner for us to enjoy as well. So we'll drink those after the show.
Double points.
Also, by the way, to all of the people who sent the extras, I only drank a couple of them. So I'll share the rest with you after the show today. Ryan Mack sent some.
He's sandbagging on us.
All right, what do you guys?
Pretzels and
Do you guys want to
Extra
talk
beers?
Extra, all of it. Do you guys want to talk about the way it looks, smell, the
The
label?
color is beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
gorgeous. Yeah.
perfectly clear. It tastes amazing.
Smells like sunshine.
I can't smell anything.
It's so clean.
It's clean. Tastes
Very
clean.
clean.
Oh my god.
It's
Yeah?
amazing, huh?
It smells
You've
like
been
really
reading, we've
good-
been drinking.
It smells like really fresh dough.
Yeah, that's what it should. You're nailing it, dude.
Dude, I'm so good at this
You're
today.
so good
And,
at
and this is 6%, 5.9.
5.9. Yeah. He did use.
It's crisp, but cakey.
I'd love a big stein of this.
Oh, that's what it's exactly.
Yeah.
So would I. He followed the rules except for he used Liberty hops and Hersbrucker, not Mittelfru. So his hops were different. But honestly,
I thought I tasted some Hersbrucker.
Yeah, I was like, this has got some nerdy Hushbrucker.
Some bushwhacker in there. I knew it. I knew it.
Yep. Could you guys do so? I mean, playing with AI and stuff, it's becoming such a part of society. You guys should do like an AI generated recipe.
we've done it. So on the Brewlosophy show, the YouTube channel, that was like one of our first 3 videos that we did.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Fully AI recipe.
I'm
you
super.
should
I must have
watch
missed
it.
that one.
Yeah, you forgot to watch that one.
Just that one I
Oh,
missed.
no,
Just
no, no.
that
Yeah,
one.
I remember that one. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, on the old YouTube. Got it. Yeah.
And I taste this part of it. He fermented it with Harvest, L17 Harvest. Again, my favorite yeast. It to me, and I'm curious what you guys think about this. It imparts beer flavor. It's like beery beer. It just tastes like a good beer, and that's what. So that's the Augustiner strain. He did a step mash, classic step mash, fermented it cool-ish, 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, excellent beer.
This almost has like a crisp, not a wine grape, but like an orange grape. Oh my fucking god!
Wrong
a green
show.
grape.
So you're really hitting a lot of marks right now.
Am I really?
So I'm not even joking with you. One of the flavor descriptors that I give
Like a
when
white
people
grape.
use Barca malt,
I'm sorry. What people
What?
use?
that people use.
Oh, I thought
Bar-
you heard that.
I heard it too.
Okay.
What did I say?
I thought you said one of the descriptors that white people use.
He did.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I was like, wow.
That is not
No.
what I meant. If I said that, I'm reading.
I
right.
think I said white grape.
Yeah, he said white grape, and you were saying green grape. Yeah, that's funny that it ended up that way.
Jeez.
No, that a lot of people of various backgrounds and races use. Is
All colors are
all grapes. Yeah, all the grape colors. Yeah, is grape skin, and it's not in a bad way. Not the tannin. That you kind of get a little bit of a
Tart.
but it's not tart. It's not sour, right?
No, not at all.
But that's the best way to
just
describe
clean.
it. It's so clean, and to me, it contributes to that crispness. I've used Barca Pilsner malt a few times, and when I've gone 100% with a really clean yeast strain, it's almost too much for me. I don't think this is Barca. It is floor malted Bohemian Pilsner malt, so I don't know where Will got it from.
I'm just a poor malt. Nobody loves me. Barca malt till you do the fandango.
Anyways,
Beers are pouring.
this is my favorite one. So he did not use L17. He used Omega yeast Bairn OYL 114.
You know
which
what
is
else he used?
Augustiner.
Galileo.
But it's the same Augustiner source. Phenomenal.
This
It's
is
good.
a
It's
really,
delicious.
really,
This is amazing.
really good beer. Boy, 3 in. We've had some really good examples of this. Oh, this is starting out really
Is there
strong.
more in that can? I'll take it.
Not in that can.
Yeah,
Oh, there
our
it
can's
is.
gone.
No, there's a little swig to it.
So usually when you package in cans like this, you're not going to get a whole bunch of junk at the bottom.
I like the can.
A little bit.
The can,
Yeah, the
I,
whole
yeah.
like, it's a weird.
I'm
can.
going for it.
Yeah. Imagine storing a whole bunch of those though. That'd be a pain in the ass.
That would be an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah. It's like hardener for the paint.
Yeah.
It's like eating a Snickers bar
It
upside
gets a
down.
little hazy at the bottom.
Yeah, a little
of
bit
the
hazy.
can. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ditch that.
I'll do it.
You've already drank the bottom of that other one, anyways. All right, Justin, you want to get us those next ones?
Damn, Gina.
That was
good.
one of my
Well,
not even this of this style. That was one
Just
of
a
my
damn
favorite
good
beers.
beer.
yeah,
Easily, it catapulted into my top 5.
I'm going to send Will my address.
I know, and well, we've got.
Well, yeah, since Marshall's friggin' hiding everything.
Yeah.
I know. Bogart.
We're the talent here.
It's
Yeah.
true.
People send us gifts, not you.
God, that was good.
Mac Brewing.
Yep, that's from Ryan. Nice and short. These are the ones I like. I'm going to start reading this way.
Okay, so we're back to the whole colors of
Yeah.
October.
Oktoberfest colors. Yep. All right. Do you have my glass right there? Yeah.
Is that a ransom note?
It does kind of the tape on it. All right, he says Marshall, Tim, Justin, and Craig. He actually just put just and then had to write in the IN there. I think that's
Oh, Justy.
just yeah.
Justine.
As always, thanks for continuing to keep us entertained. I hope we're entertaining you. I hope you like drinking lagers. Oh, I know you do, he says. I've actually sent my Festbier and Meritzen to you side by side a few years back. I remember that, Ryan.
You're
And-
doing it wrong. Say it angrier.
Oh, Meritzen. Yeah. Marshall and Tim, and I believe your wives were on the show as well. They were, and I believe you sent T-shirts or a T-shirt that my wife still regularly wears, Ryan. Anyway, the Festbier has now been AvgBrüified, so here we are again. I did follow the rules, so please deduct your points now.
Done.
I actually like when people follow the rules, but
Nope. No, it's not allowed.
boring. All right. Just to make sure you didn't get too bored, I also threw in some Czech pills. I still have one of those bottles. My first proper attempt at the style. Ryan, just letting you know, it was fantastic. I know that you... So Ryan emailed me saying that his Czech pills, the ones he bottled, went bad. I'm hoping that didn't happen to the one I've got in the fridge out there. He says, I don't know if you Californians are big on hockey, but you'll see it's named after one of the best Czech players of all time. Oh, boy. Jaromír Jágr. Yeah.
It's Jaromír Jágr.
Do you know who that is, really?
Yeah.
I've
One
been
of the greatest hockey players of all time. He's right up there at
From
Wayne
Russia?
Gretzky.
with Wayne Gretzky. I've been
With
watching
Wayne
hockey.
Gretzky.
I know who that is. When
The great one.
Yeah, I know who
He
that
played that foosball.
Played on the Kings, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Rhymes with lager.
Pickleball?
Jágr.
Oh, yeah.
Yaromir Jágr, yeah.
Pickleball?
Yeah.
You'll see that he also has
He's really good at it.
some of the best lettuce of all time and is on the Mount Rushmore of hockey hair. The best lettuce?
That is.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. I don't like hockey. We're
I
Americans.
think he meant pickle.
I do love watching hockey.
Romaine?
Do you really?
I've really gotten into it. I can't understand some of the rules, though.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
The fact that they can grab the puck out of the air and then throw it back down, like I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
So yeah.
I mean, the fighting part's
Fuck you,
cool,
buddy.
Get
but
the
I mean,
puck
I love it.
It's I've watched a handful of Las Vegas games.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're pretty solid. but
They're really good
hockey
right now.
is just not.
Hey, is
Yeah.
this a beer review or a sports
Sorry.
review?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about opening bottles for 40 more minutes. How about that? Or pouring beers. All right,
love
so
that.
he followed the rules and he fermented this one with 3470. Let's drink it.
Shit, that's good.
It is
Did
good.
it.
This is crispy.
It is
It
very
is
good.
drunken.
It is a
Holy
crispy
shit.
beer.
Did you was that one swig?
No.
Oh man.
Two.
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
That is the palest.
This has like no smell.
No, none of them do.
No,
You guys-
it's got a smell.
That is the absolute palest fest beer that we've had
Smells
so far.
crispy.
Oh, Ryan Max from Chicago. I'll be
This
there
is very
soon.
similar to the Handsome Devil.
That smell
Yeah.
is so
What smell?
It's white.
I don't know. What do you
Imagine
smell?
opening a pack of Wonder Bread, regular old white bread.
It's so shiny.
Yeah, and it's about as clear as I don't know if you can get it any clearer than that.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, and so
Craig absolutely pounded his.
I know
It's
Twice.
delicious.
you and I, Tim. I have a feeling you're with us. Maybe both of you are.
Oh.
Could just drink this nonstop.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if this was in my refrigerator, I'd have no problem.
Well, I feel like this is the closest to. What's the? Do we have the ABV on this one?
Yeah,
Is there-
5.4.
It's probably like-
5.4.
Okay, so we're looking at like a point and a half higher than Miller Lite.
Yeah.
but this is about it.
It's got a lot more flavor.
This is what I want a full
Yeah.
liter of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
This has like a little bit of a like I don't want to use the term IPA, but it's such a catch-all term. The back end of it has just a little bit of extra oomph flavor.
James, that was amazing. That's awesome. I get what you're saying. It's almost like but you experience the flavor on the back of your tongue. That's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Where it's like full.
So this is coating the mouth. I mean, it's bready, it's cakey, it's everything that you want this style beer to be. This is good. So when I have to go back to work in Chicago here in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna track down Ryan and see if he has more of these.
I have a feeling he'd be fine with that.
Yes.
Stalker.
When
He
you
could
drink
probably
by the
stay at his
bean.
house.
Oh. Yeah,
I'm
Ryan,
sure
if
he
you have an
wouldn't
extra
mind.
room, I mean, it'd be easier.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Chicago is that they have a
Hotel? At least one.
Multiple.
Yeah.
I hear there's a lake over there.
You don't got to go home. You just can't stay here.
I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh no, they have a Hofbrauhaus. So you can actually get steins of like good lager beer
I just want to get a beer.
from Ryan.
Or the Hoffhouse
If it
house.
tastes like that,
Let's be the
a Hoofenhaus.
So
Hoofenhaus.
is that 4 or 5? Was that the last one?
No.
Oh, we got one more. I'm going to say this, that goes down as my favorite so far of the 4 that we've had.
It's a tight one between the Handsome Devil.
That was a close one.
This is very
Well, thank
close to
you.
the last one,
I wonder what I don't
but more
remember.
a little different flavor on the end.
Das Boot. Das Boot.
Das Gute.
So this comes from, oh boy, Tom Claudio Vasilakis.
Shut up.
Claudio Vasilakis?
Oh, Kladavakalakis.
It's Snuffleupagus'
Very
brother.
It's very Greek.
Oh, yeah. So it is very Greek. Let's see.
Isn't he a weatherman?
It's always sunny in Cleveland.
All right, here we go.
Kopi
It's another
Soteropoulos.
kind of long one, but I'm going to read it because I feel we should.
Everybody is sending you some friggin' novels.
Novels, I know, yeah. So, hey, Marshall, I'm guessing my beers were the last to arrive. Tom, it doesn't even matter. Your beer's still been sitting in my fridge for 3 weeks. I had planned on shipping them last week. Then Hurricane Helene came through. Oh, boy. Oh, he lives in Clearwater, Florida. God, I hope you're doing
Oh, I
okay.
hope
Doing
you're
good.
okay, man.
Ay, ay,
Helene
ay.
was a real bitch.
Real bitch, yeah. Fortunately, my home was not damaged or flooded. I did lose power for a few days, but have zero complaints considering what so many of my local friends and family are dealing with right now. Yeah, man, that kind of stuff really kills me. It just wrenches at my heart. And so hearing that you guys did okay, our friends at Clawhammer, I reached out to them. I gave it a couple of days just because of the, oh my goodness.
It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
My word. Gorgeous color. But they're doing good. So far, the people that we are in connection with out there, in North Carolina and Florida and such, they all seem to have made it through unscathed. So here we go. Tom says, I have to share a story related to both the beer and my experience on the night of the storm. Oh boy, this will be fun. We lost power just before 7 p.m. as the storm was parallel to the Tampa Bay area. My oldest son, TJ, remembered he wanted to watch the Thursday night football game. That's what we were doing out here, out west. When the game was on, we grabbed his iPhone and a Bluetooth speaker. Then he and the rest of the family, and then me and him and the rest of the family, there we go, gathered on the couch and all watched the game on his phone. A much smaller screen than usual for everyone to share. During this time, I also enjoyed a few of these fest beers. My kegerator was still cold, and the CO2 tank was full. We made the best out of a bad situation. TJ isn't much of a beer drinker. I wonder how old TJ is. I had like this 13-year-old in my head. So, but he enjoyed this one.
Explained.
Yeah, he's also the reason I got into this hobby. Oh, that's badass. In early March of 2020, he bought me an extract kit for my 40th birthday, and I've been brewing beer ever since. Enjoying that beer and my family during such a crazy night is a memory that I won't ever forget. I found that even if they're not traumatic experiences, when the power went out up in Seattle, which windstorms would come through and they'd knock. God, I still have such vivid memories of sitting around the fire at night and playing board games with the light from the, your flashlights and the fire. And it's like, those are such cool moments with your family. He says, this beer is called Das Boot. Forgive the cheap label, but I was out of time and low on supplies. I mean, you did go through
You get a pass.
You get a pass. The beer is 6%. This time, never again. Yeah. You can never blame a hurricane ever again. About 20 IBU, 6% ABV. I've attached the Brewfather recipe. The grain bill consisted of Barca Pilsner malt. So if you get that kind of grapey thing again, some
it's
Munich.
good.
Vienna, he did use Vienna malt hop schedule. Looks like he stuck to all of the parameters.
Well,
so let's get
couple
into it.
points, but-
Oh, P.S. Tell Justin I am not a lawyer. I used a fancy letterhead template from Microsoft Word
Yes.
last time, and I might have spooked him. And
he's on the run.
Nobody's being subpoenaed. Cheers, everyone.
Oh, that is awesome. So I was in Orlando with the day that hurricane was coming through, and I got on the last flight out. So it was, you could tell there was a lot of stress back there. So we're glad they pulled through.
Yeah. Honestly, good for you guys.
This tastes completely different than the other ones. It's good.
It's very
It's
good.
really good.
This
the color's similar.
Yeah,
but
the color's super similar. Looks like,
still crispy.
Oh, it's so
but
good.
So
it doesn't
good.
coat my mouth like the other ones. What am I?
That last one coated your mouth?
Yeah.
Would you say? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I didn't experience that with that one.
The last three have just been super clean.
So my hunch, I'm not going to go and compare. I'm just going to guess whatever. My hunch is that this has a little bit more Munich malt than that last one. So Munich malt is a richer, slightly darker, but that would explain why this is more of a bronze color as
This
opposed to
tastes
that
ricey.
like cooked rice.
Yes.
Fried rice?
No. Jasmine rice. So the
Short grain or long grain?
this is definitely wild grain.
This is wild. Ooh, that's actually a thing that people do.
I know. That's why I said it. I'm a beer connoisseur.
Kind of, sort of, right?
This reminds.
I don't taste ricey.
It just maybe it's the grain.
I love it.
It's really good.
It's
I love
really good.
It really fits this day here. I feel
This
bad.
doesn't do like the crackery
No.
thing for me though.
Is it a little? So one of the ways people describe Munich malt flavor, just roll with me here on this one. So imagine the lightest, just a whisper of cherry icy.
Cherry icy.
I didn't ask you to whisper it.
Whisper.
Okay.
I don't get that, but I'm wondering if
Neither do
maybe okay,
Maybe a limeade?
like a Sonic limeade.
Why do you got to try to build on everything, Craig? He said roll with him.
I'm rolling.
You know, like a cherry icy. Oh, like a Pepsi freeze. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Dr. Pepper. That's
Dr.
what
Pepper,
it tastes
yeah.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, frozen Mountain Dew. This is really good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Was there any more of this one left? Is it?
No.
Yeah, Das Boot is right in front of you.
We didn't really talk much about. Did we talk about how it looked and such?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's so clear. It's one sided.
That's what we started with.
It is.
It's very clear.
And beautiful foam.
Beautiful.
I mean the label
Well, that's
sucks.
'cause Craig didn't
like
pour
I
it.
said, but we'll cut
Well,
him some slack this time.
One man sucks,
This
another
time.
man's is another man's. I'm not going to go any further with that one.
Thank you.
It just to describe the label, it looks like Scotch tape, but that was printed on maybe.
Yeah.
It was like a clear like one of those
Label
like
maker.
brothers label maker.
Yeah.
Yep.
But again, the guy went through
Yeah, I
a
just went
traumatic
through a
experience.
hurricane.
We're going to cut him slack one time.
One time.
Well, I thought the shittiest.
Well, until the next one.
I thought what won it for the Brew Club members was the shittiest label was good. The breaking of the rules.
Well, breaking of the rules,
Always
automatic
wins.
57 points.
Yeah. And the better the beer, the lower your score, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. of
Well,
course,
if you use blue painter's tape, you're disqualified.
Yeah, you're absolutely. Who
Well, drink
uses
the
blue?
beer,
What kind
but
of monsters
I know.
use blue? Yellow.
Blue is so blue.
So blue.
Tom, I could drink this beer all day. This
It's
is
very
Yes.
good.
You know, I don't want anybody to feel, and this is one of the things that Tim and I, going back to the genesis of the beer reviews with Jersey, that all three of us would sit off air and talk about is how we would feel bad if somebody hears that we're negatively commenting on their beer. I do not want Alex to feel that way. It may very well be oxidation. It could be something with shipping. He said it was the first time he shipped beer, so that could be it as well. It wasn't that it was bad. It was the most uniquely flavored of all of the beers.
Yeah,
Right.
1000%.
And I don't even know how to. I described it as peanut butter. If you look on the, if I'm judging in a competition, peanut butter is not an off flavor. It's not listed on that.
No, I'm an off guy. I mean, if I said every single time I tell someone I hate peanut butter.
Yeah.
What?
No.
You don't like peanut butter sandwiches? No, I hate peanut butter sandwiches.
But Festbier is not supposed to taste
No,
like peanut
not at
butter
all.
either. And so that's kind of the part where we're going off of it. I genuinely believe that the short and shoddy approach in this instance, using yeast from a Baltic porter, is likely what contributed
It
to
got-
that flavor.
yeah.
everything else in that beer was excellent. It was crisp. It was dry.
It was very well made.
It tasted fine to me.
It just had
I
this
liked it.
interesting, and
It
it
did
wasn't
have
even.
something.
It wasn't even overwhelming. It wasn't the. It was just you noticed it and you couldn't avoid it. So again, we're reverting back to Alex's one because I do feel bad. And Alex, I want you to keep brewing.
Please
and sending us
keep
beer.
brewing.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
I couldn't brew a single beer if you
No.
put a gun to my head.
No.
I have a feeling you'd be able to brew it if I held a gun to your head.
Not even close. I would fight you if you put a gun
When
to my
you
head.
fell asleep, I'd pour
It
a
would
beer
taste
in
like
a glass
ass,
and go,
but-
here it
Here
is.
it is.
brew
This
it.
is my best bet.
I did it.
I'm gonna. Yeah. All right. We do have to take a quick break. I don't know about you guys. I've got to use the toilet.
Me
so
too.
Nope.
We will be right back with more Average Brew Festbier reviews.
Good job, everybody.
There's no denying that stainless steel is the best material for brewing equipment, and Delta Brewing Systems offers some of the lowest prices on high-quality stainless gear, like the Firm Tank, which in addition to holding 8 gallons or 30 liters of work, comes with a domed lid to even further reduce the chances of a messy blow-off. Plus, it can hold up to 4 psi of pressure for closed transfers. Delta Brewing Systems also has their own line of brew kettles, as well as one of the lowest priced all-in-one electric brewing systems out there, and their prices are shockingly low. If you're in the market for legit stainless gear that won't break the bank, do yourself a favor and head over to deltabrewingsystems.com today. Chilling work can be a chore, especially after a long brew day, but not with the Exchillerator Counterflow Chiller, which can chill a 5-gallon or 19-liter batch of wort in 5 minutes or less, leading to a strong cold break and clear wort in the fermenter. Brulosophy's Matt Del Fiacco uses the Exchillerator Max and absolutely loves it. In addition to improved chilling efficiency, every Exchillerator comes with a 5-year warranty that covers the entire chiller for manufacturer defects. If you're looking to up your chilling game and a CFC is right for you, head over to Exchillerator.com today.
Imagine relying on a dozen different software programs to run your business, none of which are connected, and each one more expensive and more complicated than the last. It can be pretty stressful. Now, imagine Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected on one platform. Doesn't Odoo sound amazing? Let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. Sign up today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Got great ideas, but no idea how to build a website? Get Bluehost. Their AI design tool creates high-quality WordPress sites super fast. Whether you're a blogger, influencer, or launching a side hustle, Bluehost helps boost your growth with built-in marketing and e-commerce tools. Upgrade to cloud and get 100% uptime and 24/7 security to stay online all the time. Why wait? You've got the vision. Make it real. Visit Bluehost.com to get started.
All right, so we've all used the restroom. We've had a couple more Miller Lights in the downtime, but I am ready to
Burn
get back
down your house?
Almost burnt
we
down
almost
Marshall's
burnt
house.
down the house. Thank you very much for that, Justin.
You're welcome.
Very ready to get back into these fest beers, though. So the next one up is called Triceratops Chew Average Brew. He says it's named after a good friend who competes making models of dinosaurs and tanks. Yes, what a mix. The picture is of a recent Triceratops he made. I'll hand this around. It's pretty phenomenal. It looks like a legit real. I mean, I've never seen a real Triceratops.
If his name is not Terry Triceratops,
Easy for you
I'm
to
not
say.
interested.
Yeah, okay. His name, the brewer's name is Todd Ruppel from Sicklerville, New Jersey, which happens to be right between Philadelphia and Atlantic City.
Jersey.
Yeah. So
I'm walking here.
yeah, this is great. So the Average Brew code, the code is more what you would call guidelines than actual rules. I employed Will Allworth's simple decoction method. I gotta
Will is just spreading decoction everywhere.
Careful with that
keeps his
decoction.
decoction to himself. So he did his fest beer. He used Imperial L17 Harvest. I'm already excited to drink this beer, which I have not had a sip yet. I've still got a can of Miller Lite in my hand. What do you guys, have you sampled it yet?
I just
Not
sam-
yet.
I
Okay,
I've
perfect. So
sampled
we're
it.
all on the same
It's-
page. Let's talk about the way I do like the label on this one. It's very
darker.
It's no the label, dude. The it's a very classic looking
I have a
label.
question.
Yes. You don't have to raise your hand.
Yes, the man in the front seat.
One of the four of you.
The
has
bald
a question.
wonder.
Yeah.
So just stick the fucking label on the bottle. Why tape it with a Ziploc bag?
So I have a feeling that maybe, because that's like the fourth one we've opened that has that, right?
Yeah.
That's a new thing. We have not seen this before, or at least I'm not familiar with this approach to labels.
Well, maybe they're not making stickers.
Well, I'm thinking
gonna
maybe
find out right now.
maybe the Brew Lab leadership or the Brew Club leadership was like, "Yo, I don't know why they're doing
Paper.
it, but all you do, you know what you do?
Paper.
You just rub the back with milk, and that lactose sticks it on there, and it'll stay fairly permanently, even with condensation. Milk, dead serious.
Really?
That's not a joke.
What?
Yeah. I don't know why they're doing that. Because otherwise, Tim, I swear to God,
I was making some milk.
you were milking an udder there.
Lick it before you stick it.
Oh, DC swore.
Righty booby.
All right, so but he did a step mash, Hallertau middle through all the way through.
I just need to know, did he follow the rules or not?
He followed the rules hardcore, actually.
Minus 12.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't even tasted it.
This
It
is-
sucks.
So good.
This is so good.
This is good.
It's gorgeous beer.
I love the color.
It's creamy.
It is creamy. Yes,
Very
it
Right?
is creamy.
smooth.
It's not sharp or dry.
I don't know about you. I'm getting crisp, almost flavorless.
Yeah.
Put the Miller Lite down and
Oh,
grab
that's
that
right.
beer.
Yeah, my bad.
It's a fine
This
pilsner.
is very good. Oh,
This is like a totally
I
different
can't smell
beer.
anything though.
Totally different.
It smells like white bread, like all of the other ones did. But do you get like I don't? He says he used Munich malt. I don't get any.
I taste
I have
Munich.
not tasted it. I've only smelled it. I don't get any like that cherry thing. I'm starting to think that I'm telling you, it's weird. If people get this cherry, icy type of
No,
thing.
no
No.
cherry, nothing.
No cherries.
Ooh, it does smell malty.
Cherry?
It's got
I
kind
get
of
bread. Oh, I get like fresh baked bread.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm hungry.
Where's the do you get bread, Tim? I'm not getting bread.
Really?
So I will say
I just
this.
hate the chili cheese Cheeto Frito.
Fritos. He's like, this tastes an awful lot like fake chili cheese flavoring.
Yeah.
It smells like socks.
It's not fake.
You guys think that smells like socks?
No, it smells like BO.
Bo.
The chips.
Totally,
Fritos do?
dude. Chili cheese Fritos. Smell in the bag. Smells like seventh grade
Smell like
locker room.
GB3?
Oh, it kind of does. I was fully prepared to disagree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, GB3.
Interesting, yeah.
but it's good.
GB3 is our local gym. For those who don't
Oh, yeah,
know.
that's not, yeah, you wouldn't know.
Oh my
That's not
God.
universal.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm serious. This bread smell
Yeah.
is crazy to
Yeah.
me. You don't smell bread?
Oh, I do.
No.
Yeah.
Do you smell?
Right, a wiener.
So just to explain the hijinks that are going on here, can we put a pause on the war that's happening with this rubber band? Thank you, Todd, for sending a rubber band with your bottles here. It's going back between Tim and Justin. I get bread, but I also get like a slight toasty with it. Kind of that melanoid-y.
Light
again.
toast.
Yeah.
Do you get that, Tim?
Let me see.
Are we drinking the same beer?
Wow, you guys are.
This is just a
come on.
clean, crisp, refreshing beer.
It is. That smells like bread.
It's just good.
Not only
Yeah.
smells like it tastes.
Taste is
Perfect.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it linger in the back.
There's just
in
so
the back
much
of the
soot in my
jowls.
nose. That's probably the problem.
That's your fault, Justin. So also, this is one of the darker examples of fest beer that we've had so far, I think.
Yes,
Would you agree?
I would agree.
And
Very
it's not
dark.
dark by any means. Very dark. It's not dark. No, it's not. It's almost borderline gold as opposed to that pale yellow, right? Would you agree with that? Or?
yeah.
Yeah, it's much darker.
Yeah.
It's not sunshine.
And so I think he might have
Golden.
used. I don't think he included his recipe. Which thank you, Todd. You
Gold
don't need to
hops?
include your recipe. But I bet
God,
he
it's
used a
good.
little bit more Munich malt. I bet he used. Oh, you son of a bitch! I bet he used a little bit more Munich malt than some of the other beers.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a little
percentage-wise.
more angry.
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
That
That's
makes
one of my
sense.
favorite ones so far.
Yeah, this is good. Very,
is-
very crushable.
It has got character.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good. Yeah, there's just layers to this.
It smells like freshly cut sourdough bread, dude. Like the bread that I make.
I thought you said white bread.
Well, sourdough bread's white. Well, unless you make wheat, it's not. It's no Wonder Bread. That you know what? You're right. I deserve that. Okay. It smells like Wonder Bread had a loaf with sourdough bread.
Oh, it's a little fitty fitty baby.
It's good. Man. Nailed it.
Todd, you kicked ass on this beer. I'm so glad this was.
And the
our-
label's cool. It looks like an
Timmy,
O'Doul's
yours
label.
is empty.
Yeah, it's
I
an
know.
old-
Very
it's an-
O'Doul's
I think
like.
there's a little more in there. Just Drink the spit.
Why would there be spit in there?
Yeah, you're not drinking from the bottle
It's
unless
my
he's spitting in there.
version of the bottom of the barrel.
You're good. That's fine.
Yeah.
Tim's
Drink
gonna
up, Buttercup.
Anything. Here's the thing about pale lager is that describing them, and don't mean to demean you guys, but they kind of start to all meld into one. It's like they all kind of taste the same, right?
Yeah.
So trying to parse out the kind of idiosyncratic things between each one. Do you know what that word means?
Marshall, we're professionals. We understand what you're saying.
things.
Repeat the word I just said.
Idiosyncrasy means
Idiocrational.
stupid secrets.
Idiot secrecy. This idiosyncrasies here. Yeah. No, they're the kind of their individual characteristics.
That's what I said. They're unique.
Marshall
They're
is
unique
showing his
uniqueness.
smugness.
Yeah.
We
was
get
actually-
it. He's a doctor.
So next
Yeah.
time you should just say they're unique things.
Yeah, but also kind
I
of
use
wanted to test
$12
you, too.
words when $3 words.
There
will
is a
do.
Dr. Fry in my family.
Justin.
Could be me. Could
Justin.
be my daughter. We don't know.
It's $18 word. That was
Oh.
an $18 word. Yeah.
$18.
Ooh, this one's really good.
Can
this
you be
is,
present?
Sorry.
crispy, nice,
I know
cold.
Refreshing.
Should we just do a
It's also a Miller Lite.
Miller Lite review at the end? of
Oh,
the,
wrong beer.
All
Dude,
right.
we
All
are
right.
getting some great examples of good Feist beers.
Out of
Fest beers.
No, these are Feist beers. That's not
Feist. You're feisty.
exactly.
That's kind of what I call it.
It's my thing.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Todd, I want to give you mad kudos, brother. That was
Dude,
a
very
that was good.
excellent beer.
Todd,
yeah.
thank you.
And you,
There's
and
not a label on this one.
well, I think they might be going for the top score then because
Well, bonus points. He
Zero.
didn't write a novel.
so he wins.
This
basically.
is my beer. Please drink it.
Yeah, this beer. Drink. Okay, this comes from Colin Poe. We have not received a beer from Colin Poe yet, as far as I'm aware. Thank you, Justin.
Not that I
Look how clear that is in the
Is
bottle.
what's his name?
Colin Poe. Colin.
Related to Edgar
Alan.
Poe.
Poe.
He's from Farmington, Minnesota. I've been brewing now for 8 years. Started with extract. Beautiful beer. Oh my
Oh, that's
goodness
pretty.
gracious. One of the prettiest.
that
His
baby's
beer is
clear.
one-sided. It's so thin.
That's a pretty beer.
That is clear.
Okay.
You could see into the future with his beer.
I've been brewing now for 8 years, he says. Started with extract and steeping grains to brew in a bag with propane to finally get an all-in-one electric system. This is my first ever try at a Festbier, so hopefully you enjoy it. But what if we don't, Colin?
You gonna quit?
Yeah,
you
you're
gonna quit?
You better
Quitters.
not. I wish I had a little more time to lager, but it's been about 3 weeks now. Hey,
Well,
look, I
luckily
let it
we're
lager
not.
in my lagering in the keg, lagering in the fermenter, and lagering in a bottle. Same difference.
So
It
much
all does
lagering
the
has
same
happened.
thing. He said it's a pretty simple recipe. He used Pilsner malt, Munich malt, and a little bit of melanoid malt. That's all within parameters. All Hallertauer middle fruit, which is what I would do, and 3470, and he fermented it at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go. Let's talk about the way it looks first.
Oh, it's beautiful
sexy.
color.
Gorgeous color.
Clear.
And how about that label?
What label?
What label?
Disappearing label.
All right,
Justin,
Colin.
can you see that label?
Nope. Colin wins on labels. And then it is an absolutely gorgeous beer.
Beautiful.
And no stickers
Aroma?
either. Did you get a sticker?
Nope.
I didn't get a sticker.
Fail. I would say that this is up there with the top 3 clearest and palest versions that we've had so far.
I'm smelling bread.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
this is crazy.
It's way different than that last one.
Yeah,
Way
this
different.
is juicy.
So he calls it
it's super
Fury
clean.
Fury Fest beer. So there, I get a very, very. I know this smell, and I'm gonna. Yeah, I know what this smell is, and I think
Dark cherries.
from what the Munich malt.
Toasted wheat bread. Toasted wheat bread.
So the toasted wheat bread makes perfect sense because I'm assuming
You're welcome.
he didn't include his recipe, which again you do not have to. I'm perfectly fine.
Thank you
guessing.
for not.
It makes me sound smarter than I am. I bet he used upwards of about 4 to 5% melanoid malt because this smells
I thought there were some melanoids.
Yeah, the Noid.
the noise.
He quit Domino's and now he's in a beard.
Yeah. No, melanoid and malt is intended to kind of replicate that kind of toasted bread flavor. To me, if you overdo it, which overdoing it is anything above 2%, it has. I'm not saying this is bad. I haven't even tasted it, but I can smell it, and it's very strong.
It's like a rye bread crouton.
I can smell
I
Lanoiden.
hate rye bread.
Oh, I love rye
But you
bread.
like this beer.
You don't
It's
hate
not
rye
rye bread.
I'm telling you right now, you don't hate rye bread. You hate caraway. And most people associate
That's why
caraway-
Craig goes Kerouac on people's ass.
Yep.
Jack Kerouac. No, caraway is the seasoning. It's that spice that's in most rye breads. I love it. Laura hates. It tastes like licorice, right?
I hate it.
Black
Yeah.
licorice.
Laura hates
Yeah.
it too, which is funny because it's a very Latvian. Most Latvian traditional breads have caraway in it. I love it. Laura doesn't like it. I am not Latvian. But most people do like rye bread without that stuff. So what I'm saying is this to me smells like over melanoidin malt. It smells like Teen Spirit.
This is like the bread they use on a pastrami sandwich, that swirled one.
Oh, I hate that.
Toasted sourdough.
Marble
I
rye.
love that. Oh,
Marble
tastes
No.
so good though.
That's
This is
substituted.
delicious.
This is really good.
It is the breadiest,
Yeah.
which makes
Like
sense.
chewy.
It's chewy, bready, but it's not sticky. It doesn't leave your mouth.
It leaves a
No, it
great
cleans up
flavor in
quick.
my mouth.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, it washes over with a lot of flavor and
Yeah.
then goes away very, very fast.
I never do this, but if I were to give a recommendation on this recipe, because
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I know, yeah, it's the first time. All I would do is pull back the melanoidin a little bit. Watch, he's going to be like, dude, I put 4 kernels of melanoidin malt in there.
Well, go 3 then.
My guess is it's 4 to 5%. This is the flavor that I associate with melanoidin. Also, Caramunic malts, which are basically, in my opinion, same flavor profile. It's
This is
great,
sweet.
but it doesn't leave your mouth sticky.
No.
So melanoidin malt tends to be perceptibly sweet, and that's what I get from it as well. So it's not a bad thing. It's just, but this beer is phenomenally good. Like
That's
better
where-
than
so when I
better
made that
than
comment-
shitty fest beers I've had at breweries.
when
I'll
I
tell
made
you
that comment about the fruit flavor,
Yeah.
that's where I was getting. That's where
Yeah.
I was trying to get to was like the sweetness from fruit.
Yeah.
Sticky
It
mouth.
Yes.
totally makes sense to me. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Friday.
Actually, what's odd is I'm smelling my half-empty glass now, which you get a little bit more bouquet in the top, and it really does have almost kind of like a carameled peach type of of an aroma to it. If you think about it, like a grilled peach or caramelized peach type of deal, or like Bananas Foster but without the banana.
Oh, so Foster's.
Foster's. Australian
Foster's
beer.
Freeze.
This is Australia for beer.
Foster's Freeze.
They gone.
They go.
They gone.
Are they gone? That's another local
really?
reference.
I don't think they're entirely good.
No, I don't think they
Half
are.
of them are gone. Yeah, there's still a couple floating around. Such average. Although a dipped ice cream cone is pretty good.
I would go for one right now.
Pretty good.
And they were doing that before soft serve, weren't
Yes.
they? Yeah.
They have tacos too.
You know you're reaching. By the way, when you're an old school '50s burger joint, you're like, "Hey guys, we got to make some more revenue. Let's sell tacos."
Sell tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Guaranteed gonna sell.
Speaking of, did you know that In-N-Out sells? You can get a breakfast burrito there.
What?
No.
It's on their secret menu.
Anything on their secret menu you
I've
can order. I've
never
learned.
heard that.
Yeah, and obviously it's made with hamburger meat, and it's basically just a rolled up hamburger. But
And?
you can get a
Okay.
breakfast burrito,
But with an egg, I'd imagine, is in there.
I don't even think that there's an egg in there because eggs aren't on their menu.
You're shitting me. Really?
No, go
I'm gonna
Check it
Google
out.
Check the internet.
check the old interweb.
That does not sound like good breakfast, if you ask me. Though.
No, it doesn't.
A tortilla with a burger on the inside.
Yeah.
No thanks. All right, let's
I mean,
let's
I'd
move
eat it.
on to the next beer. That one was so
It's very good.
So very different than the first one, though. Oh, I'll take more of that. If there's more in the bottle, I'll drink it. Yeah. This is the one we were just drinking, right?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, these
oh,
are
we got a label. Metal Sky.
Yo,
We got
Yes.
Metal Sky.
it's Metelsky. You told me it's Metelsky. That's Whiskey Will.
Well, it says Metal Sky. My son still has the sticker you sent on the back of his truck. Right underneath, this truck breaks for emo
Nice.
girls, and I like older. And I like older women. My kid's a freak.
He is one of the best freaks I know.
I put all these stickers on my water heater.
Yeah, I know. You've got all the ones that come in. Ooh, look.
He wrote a novel.
love
Strike
stickers.
one.
Well,
Please
it's not
send
really a
more
novel.
stickers.
He did what's it called? The
Where
Courier
the
New
rain
font.
grows.
So
Metal Ski.
I got to tell you.
Metelsky.
So
Yeah,
this is from
that's our
Will.
guy.
Will sent a bunch of beers, and
Oh,
we're gonna drink
yeah.
more of those. You and I've already
Yes.
had like 10 of them. Will, you are one of the loveliest people we know.
So lovely.
So lovely. He always sends great beers, and I know that his husband
Thoughtful.
doesn't. He's the one who sent all of the New England IPAs. Remember that? Were they East
Were
Coast? No, something like that. But because his husband doesn't like beers, but remember he made the cider.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was great, and I think he sent more of it, or he sent like a version of the raspberry cocktail Laura makes. I gave him an idea.
Let me guess, something else you squatted on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
God damn it. He
That's
gets
what
so
I
much
do.
stuff on the backs of us that.
Well, no, I shared
and he
it-
doesn't share anything.
No, I shared it with Tim.
Oh,
Tim.
oh, so Tim's squatting on Craig and I.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're just squatting on
you
him?
need to move into the neighborhood.
What is he?
I'm almost.
I heard there might be a house for sale here.
Hell yeah, let's
A
do
little
it.
flop pad.
Oh my God, you transitioning to this house?
Could
Come
you
on.
imagine? Oh my God.
Well, I would be gone.
Be like a shed for you.
It would be. Like, I
Old
mean,
Rich Justin. over here.
if I was able to downgrade.
All right, I'm going to read. Oh, Will, Will, I love you, but this might be too
You're
long.
a doctor, by the way.
No, it's
I'm
big.
not a doctor.
It's big words. Okay. I'm honored to finally to have been chosen. So Will is, I think, wanted to send the Average Brew beers every time. This is the first time he's been chosen.
Yes.
So he says, I'm trying to ingratiate myself via East Coast beer tasting, which we don't pick them, Will. I don't know how to tell people. It is a random selection via the Brew Club leadership, which I am not on. He says, I'm thankful for people like yourselves and willingness to drink and critique and give honest feedback. We are going to give you the most honest feedback, I promise. Normally, I'm the guy who tries to be witty and funny, but my father died in early August.
Oh, my dude.
God.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
And had the funeral on September 7th. I mean, 2 months ago. Jesus. He was Episcopalian, so at least we didn't have to do the whole creepy Catholic look at the body, look at it thing.
Oh,
Wow.
You put it all in.
Yep, there he is.
So yay.
Oh, man.
And that compounded with my daily life. I had to quit my job in 2020 to take full-time care of my mother who has Alzheimer's, and the fact a bunch of people, myself, my brother, and my stepmother included, got the Rona at the funeral. So 2024 isn't making my top 10 favorite summers list. That said, I'm grateful for the all-knowing dark entity who created beer, which is what this is about. He says, Festbier is a style I've made quite a few times now and always enjoy. This time, however, there is a slight caveat. My grain bill was Pilsner, Vienna, Munich, and Victory, which that's all within parameters. The hops were all middle fruit, which is parameters, and the yeast was supposed to be either W3470 or L17 Harvest. I used 2308 because fuck you, that's why. That's what he said.
Double the points.
Yeah. No, it's what I had and what I normally use. I believe 2308 again is Augustiner, if I'm not mistaken. The one thing I did do different was a step mash, which actually led to an OG of 1064 to 1060. That's way higher. That's high. So this is gonna have some strength. He says whatever. The FG, on the other hand, is where the what the fuck factor kicked in. I want you all to taste the beer objectively before telling what the ABV is. I'm sorry, I only guessed. It will be written on the back, so please enjoy. I'm not going to tell you what the actual alcohol content is. P.S. Of course, I'm sending other beers. He did send a ton of other beers.
That we've not had.
No,
Yes.
they're in my goddamn fridge, Justin. Except
They're
for
not my belly.
They're
Or my liver.
empty cans.
I will tell you that about 8 or 10, maybe 12 are gone because we drank them on Halloween night.
Horse shit.
Sorry.
So he says on the bottom, he goes, of course I'm saying there will be 4 cans on the bottom. I'll have 1 on them, 2 on the drink. I'm sure 2 first.
I would like to understand the label. It is a gentleman flipping off a rainbow.
I was just reading that. Yeah,
I mean, obviously
my
there's
life
something
back
behind that, so I'd love to
from-
understand the backstory.
But the rainbow is not a.
It's
like
not a
pride
colorful rainbow.
Yeah, it's like black
It's a
and
dark
gold.
rainbow,
Yeah.
and he's in a cloud-like environment.
He's wearing shorts.
Well, and I will
as
say
we are right now.
I will say that Will is one of the more he very. I
guys
can
are
relate.
deep.
I can relate with him on the comfortable being crass about various subjects, things without actually being judgmental type of thing. We'll put it this way: he's hilarious as hell, and I have a feeling there's a meaning to this.
Yeah, that's what I'd love to know.
That we're missing.
Yeah.
He will guaranteed. Will if you're. I went.
Call
when you-
Marshall now. 555.
No, he will
555.
55555.
Yeah.
5'5".
All right, let's get into it. What do you guys? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Whoa.
All right, I'm going to read this after he wanted me to read it after we drink the beer. So
All
let's
right.
go ahead and review it.
I'm about halfway through.
What do you think of it so far?
Color's darker.
Yeah.
Color's darker.
about the same.
I mean, how different is it from the last?
It's so
year?
different.
Really, you think so?
So
I think
different.
so.
I think so. Yeah, so different from the last one.
This is going to sound dumb. It tastes like a Modelo with lime in it.
Yeah, that does sound dumb.
Wow. Straight from Justin.
You weren't wrong.
Who almost burned the house down.
Tim, your ability to see in the future is incredible.
What? Holy shit! Are you a freak?
I got Nostratimi over here.
Hey, Tim.
Back off, my Timmy.
That's right. You carry on, Tim. What?
I just said it. That's
Oh, we were making fun of you. Can you repeat it, please?
no.
Modelo with lime.
So
I don't get any lime.
I don't
I'm
get
getting.
lime.
I'm getting free. It's thicker.
Well, that makes sense. I would agree with you on that. It's more viscous.
Now that you said that, now I'm like, that's a Modelo with lime.
Isn't it funny how like you can absolutely shape someone's
Yeah.
thought process with your opinion?
That is why I went into the profession I did. Is I was fascinated by bias and perception. Right. This.
And I'm saying the lime that I pour out of a little
Those squeezer ones.
the squeezer
Like the
ones.
fake plastic
Yeah, the
lime
fake
ball.
lime
plastic
in the Coke.
Yeah.
Because I just had earlier today a Modelo with, and I squirted a thing of lime in it, and I'm not saying it tastes like Modelo, but
It kind of does, though.
I get that lime
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
with a crackery taste.
So it's a.
I know I'm all over the board. Fuck,
No, I don't think you're off. I don't get lime. To me, I associate when somebody
it's a
says
fake lime.
So I don't get
It's
any
not-
of like what the whole like Mexican beer type thing.
I kind of get the Modelo.
with the artificial lime. Really?
Yeah, I don't get the artificial lime at all. Craig, you haven't said shit. Go ahead and
Also,
share.
I can't
I'm
breathe.
getting caramely.
Craig looks
I don't
like
get
he might
caramel.
have done something different than just alcohol.
No,
right now.
I'm watching these two like a tennis match. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Tim's so smart.
Says nobody.
It's good though, right,
I
Tim?
did. I
Oh,
did
it's very.
say.
I do
beer.
like it.
I did
I'm
say
pouring
after
more.
you said Modelo with a lime, I'm like, huh, that's. I could see that, feel that, taste that.
I agree with Timmy on most things because he's a neighborhood daddy.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
I couldn't disagree with the whole Modelo with artificial lime.
But
more.
okay, if he didn't say artificial lime though, can you?
No.
I kind of taste Modelo. I taste like
I don't
kind
get
of
anything Mexican beer.
Yeah,
God, I want some chips and
understand
salsa
where-
right now. So
Right?
bad.
I get like that kind of base 805-y.
No,
Yeah, kind
No,
of blonde.
no,
more
no,
floral.
no, not 805. No, come on.
put your pinky down.
I don't think you need to suck the glass.
I can't relate this to anything.
Do you like it though? What are your
You're
thoughts?
bougie.
I
on
don't
it?
dislike it.
Yeah.
I could drink one, no problem. I don't think that I would drink two though.
I like it. I do.
I like it.
I get more of like,
like
a fruity, florally bouquet on the back.
So
end.
that's where I'm at. Is that? But it's not citrus, and that's where
No.
why I'm kind of diverging.
That's
from you,
what's
Tim.
throwing me off is the citrus
Yeah.
aspect. There's definitely some fruit, and I can't. Again, I'm not
Like a
learned
bouquet,
enough
like a bouquet
to
of
do,
berries.
So
Yeah, maybe like a burnt blackberry or something. We're reaching.
why? I think the burnt
Cherries
is the soot that's still in
Jubilee.
your nose.
No, that explains it.
Yeah. Oh, now it makes sense.
Cherries Jubilee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm with that.
I can see that. I can get down with that.
I'm down with that. You're not.
I am
wrong.
down with that.
You know, Tim, when I said
From the
earlier
old fashioned kind
that that caramely kind of fruity flavor.
Tim and I had old fashions last weekend. They were on point. They were so freaking good.
Where at? Sure.
We were in Tenaya Lodge.
Oh, wait, you went on their anniversary trip with them?
Yeah,
That's so
every
weird.
freaking year.
What's up with that,
The whole
Mr.
pineapple thing
Pineapple?
makes total sense.
You realize we set them up.
That's fine. You're not
So
supposed
it-
to participate in everything.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved
19
in this conversation.
This is the craziest Royal Rumble tag team match ever.
For 19 years, you bet your ass we did.
Hey, whatever
Hey,
keeps the home
hold
fires
on.
burning.
Hold on, Craig. I want to go back to Cherry. I want to go back to Cherry's Jubilee because I describe for the audience who's like, "What the hell is Cherry's Jubilee?" Because I'm with you.
It's very happy cherries.
Happy cherries.
They're
It's
jubilant.
jubilant cherries.
Tim and I were happy sleeping together on his anniversary
Yeah,
night.
I'm sure you were. But explain to me. I want to hear your description of this beer and relating it to Cherry's Jubilee.
It's just like right now. I just took another sip, and the back flavor. Oh my god!
In your jaws.
It's just cherry and jubilee and exciting.
I don't think you can use the word in the definition.
Craig's like, can I look up what cherry
Hence-
jubilee actually
It's
is?
like if cherries got
Justin.
together and had a party.
It's very jubilee.
in my mouth.
This is jubilicious.
They had a party in my mouth.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I think where you get that where you heat up a lot of cherries in a pan and they start to break down and
They jubilize?
and they
Hey,
jubilize.
so real quick before we do anything, look on the bottom of these cans and tell me which one is which.
2.
So you
One.
got, I knew you had 2, and I figured we had 1. I mean, that would mean I knew we had 1.
Because you looked.
So check it out. No, I did not.
Oh.
He wrote. So I'm going to tell you what Will wrote on the back sheet, and this is
He
going
put
to be
cherries
really.
in 2 and none of one.
Now it all makes sense.
Is there anything left in your guys'?
Yes.
I'll take some. I want to taste it. You might want to taste it too. And if there's anything left of this, you guys give it a shot. Just a little.
Oh, dang it. Whoa, yours is heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Marshall's pounding Miller Lights.
I took a whole glass full of that. All right, so
Damn, Craig.
oh, that's
It's
different.
a totally different
totally
beer.
different beer.
What
this has
the
a
hell? Craig,
Yeah.
you got to try the new beer.
Oh, let's see.
This is a totally different beer.
This is like IPA-ish.
Help me out.
Totally.
You don't. There's no cherries jubilee in this one.
You molested my thinking.
Sorry.
And I said no moleste when we started this.
You want to get in my van?
There's puppies in the van.
Here's the weird thing, Craig. I feel like that one tastes more like Cherry's Jubilee.
This one? No.
Yes. Then the
Yeah, I don't get cherries out of this one.
I don't
Our
know.
one that we were drinking, that just
But-
rich.
I don't think I've ever had
Concentrated
cherry
lime?
jubilee.
hey, Justin.
this dessert.
He is. Yeah. The fuck's
Hold on.
Cherry's Jubilee?
That's
Do
just
they
like
serve that at Tenaya Lodge?
banana cream pie.
Yeah. Did you eat that with his wife? What's going on here?
On my wife.
It was a crazy night.
So it was, yeah.
It was our 19th
I don't
anniversary.
Really remember everything, yeah. So I'm curious what people like more, but I do want to comment on the Modelo with lime. Still don't get it, but I no, I get.
You're fired.
I do feel like the simplicity of a nice pale lager is very reminiscent of a Modelo. I don't get citrus though, even in this one. It does have a little bit sharper of like a sharper bitterness to it. I think it's bitterness, but
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't get citrus when I put the fucking fake lime in the Modelo.
Wow.
I put the
I
lime in
get
the
that taste. That's all I'm saying.
This tastes like blackberry
he's
jubilee.
not. You're not, Tim.
This tastes like lingonberry jubilee.
Salmonberry Jubilee.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I sound nasally, so I can't smell anything.
No, we
Nasally
know that.
Jubilee.
All right, so I'm gonna here. Oh, so this is what Will says. Okay, so for whatever reason, the Festbier started at 1064. We already talked about that, but the FG, the finishing gravity, was
Fucking good.
zero.
Fucking goods at 12.
was 0.0996. That is like champagne level. That is dry. Okay, a beer like this would usually finish between 1008 and 1012. Okay,
That's what I thought.
so the ABV. Does anybody want to guess on? Yeah, sorry, I've done that a lot. Does anybody want to guess on the ABV of this beer?
6.3.
Okay, good.
Seven.
guess.
I'm going
7.4.
7.3.
What if I told you it was 8.1?
Ooh,
Oh, I would
then
believe
it's
you.
probably 8.1.
Is he trying to-
I'd be
he's-
lying because it's 8.8%, almost
Really?
9% alcohol.
He is legit trying to roofie us.
And Will says, I have no idea what happened. I thought maybe an infection, but it seems to taste
Wait,
fine.
we
tastes
ate
fine.
infected beer?
What?
Did you say an infection?
Well, I use the word contamination, but a lot of brewers use the word infection. It seems to taste fine to me, so I'm curious what you think. The whole
good.
I need to unpack that.
Okay, let's
a little bit.
let's unpack it.
How do you get an infected beer?
Just
I
different.
mean, I've had a lot of infections. Usually, a round of penicillin takes care of those. But what for the lay, help them understand what an infected beer means.
So everybody listening to this podcast knows what that means. So I'm going to explain it
Do they,
just
though?
to you. I use the word contamination for this very reason because I feel like infection has a
Negative connotation.
I mean, contamination in brewing kind of does too. Yeah. Yeah. So I love that. Thank you for kicking the dog out. So when
I've lost interest.
To your own question. No. When you make wort is beer without the yeast in it. Okay.
Yes.
You make wort. Yeast is a microbe.
Correct.
It's a fungus, but it's a microbe, and
But it's among us.
a fungus that's among us. Yeah.
Yes.
You put that in there, it ferments. You want to keep all other microbes out. Well, other microbes include bacteria that in some beers, like sour beers, which you love, Tim.
I love sour beers.
So-
Do we have any sour beers here?
Oh yeah, thankfully that Will sent us.
thank
Look
you,
at
Will.
Will coming
And
through.
we only opened 3 of them, so there's 2 left.
On Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah,
night.
they were good.
They were hella
God,
good.
it sounds like I missed a lot in Halloween.
Yeah, well, you could have been here. Your daughter was here. So check it out. So all a contamination is you know when somebody says, "Oh, should I pull this from my garden? It looks like a weed," and somebody's like, "Well, do you want it there?" Well, it looks good. Then it's not a weed. You know, the idea is if you want that microbe there, it's not a contamination. If you don't want it there, it is. It contaminated your wort. So
Got it.
what he's saying is maybe I got some bacteria in here I wasn't intending to get in there. And it fermented those sugars more than the yeast that he pitched would. And that's what dried it out. Here's what I'll say. This is not a contaminated beer or an infected
it
beer.
tastes amazing.
No, it
Yeah.
tastes great. It's just very strong. And I have a feeling that has to do with probably how hot the malt was, how easily convertible those starches were to fermentable sugars. And there might be something up with the mash and the mash temp, because lower mash temperatures will drive more attenuation or higher fermentation.
Could it have been a monster mash?
I just was thinking that.
I'll find out.
It was a monster mash.
So can 1,
A monster mash?
he says the whole can 1 and can 2 thing. Can 1 is a Festbier that I made almost a year ago using L17.
The
So
monster match.
I drank a year-old beer. I now have an infection.
you and I, so this will give him 30 more minutes. So that is a year-old beer. I swear to God.
Swear.
That is I didn't.
It's good. It's a good beer.
It's good. It has the telltale signs. When I was saying that there's this, when he said Modelo, the Modelo that he served me, I look at the date on the bottle, is about 4 months old. So
Okay.
I just bought
You
it.
just bought it.
that doesn't matter. Do you know how long Modelo sits in the store?
Well, they need to rotate their stock.
That
They
would
don't.
be ideal. So can 2 is the one that I made for the average brew with the ridiculous ABV. So can 1 doesn't have the 8.8. I don't know what it is. He says, P.S. I made a Pilsner style lager the same time I made can 1, and I also added melanoid malt in it. I wasn't sure if it was Harvest or the malt, but I'm pretty sure I don't like melanoid malt. I don't either generally, but that last beer that I think had higher melanoid and actually tasted better than it smelled. Yeah. That's a Jerseyism. So anyways, Will, great job. I think both beers, the fact that that's a year old and it still tastes as good as it did, credit to you for avoiding oxidation, because that is the biggest killer. You guys remember the New Zealand New Zealand Pilsner episode where those purple beers?
yeah.
None of these have been purple.
Oh,
None
Nurple?
of them have
No.
tasted sickly sweet, nothing like that.
No.
So let's get a next beer.
Oh, sorry. I was dealing with my infection.
That was good, though.
You were shooting a rubber
like
band
that.
at Tim. Yeah, it was really good. Which one did you like more?
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Those are Modelo bottles.
Speaking of Modelo,
Except they're brown. They're not. That's Modelo Negra bottles. The Negra Modelo, yeah. So which one of those two, of can 1 and can 2, which one did you guys like more?
I liked can 2.
I think can
But I like to be
one-
positive. That's why I like can 2.
Can 2 was
I think I like the 1.
more aggressive, but I like can
No,
1.
the 2. I had the 2 the first.
Oh, wait,
right?
wait.
Your first one or your second one?
I liked our first one.
I like,
one.
I like my first one.
My first one.
So that was
We
number
had-
2.
I like it when the mash slap it a shit
Holy
before we
crap.
drink it a shit.
So
Wait, what did we have?
You
first?
like the one? We had can 1 first.
Oh, I like can 1 then.
I liked can 2.
I like can
I like
2.
can
So
two.
I'm with you.
Can
Too.
2.
I'm with you too. We like can 2 better.
Justin just
So-
doesn't know.
So 2 can.
No, it's subjective preference, man. It's all good.
2 kid.
Pop
I
those.
was thinking the same thing.
Two kid, yeah.
We are so simpatico. It's like our cycles have synced.
We have. Oh my god.
Here we
we're
go.
both
Here we go.
that
Next
immature.
beer. Thank you, Justin, for pouring those. We're going to move on to the next beer. This comes from James Splinter from Rossland, British Columbia. Oh, buddy.
Oh, it is shiny.
Is this duct tape?
Oh,
Duct tape.
It is.
I cannot wait to hear your guys' review of this. Just the aroma alone.
Well, we'll skip Tim.
Hold on.
Yes.
I smell nothing.
Interesting.
Hold on. Ready? Nothing.
Beer.
Here, let me just give it a go.
I can absolutely smell nothing.
That's crazy, dude. You need to talk to your doctor about that.
What?
I believe you, Tim. I don't know how you're going to prove to us. that
Smells
yours
like a
smells-
smuggler.
All right, here we
I
go.
don't smell anything.
Due to a super time crunch, you get the finest in labeling and storytelling. I'm heading out soon for a trip and needed to get this from Canada into the mail for you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The amount that a Canuck would send us a freaking beer.
Did you just call him a Canuck?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Canadian.
That's like a fun thing for Canadians.
rude.
Hence, no label
Only
except the
Americans
highest
like it,
quality
by the
duct
way.
tape. My Festbier pretty much
Hoser.
follows the guidelines with a couple exceptions. Yeah, Holzer. What a good movie, man. God. Don't, I swear to God, dude. Never include rubber bands ever again with your beers. Hence no label. He says, okay, here we go. I use Columbus as my bittering hop with 8 IBU, so that's bitterness units, and Cellar Science German yeast. That is the same as 3470 is my understanding. Living in the middle of nowhere, my choices are limited. Other than that, I'm pretty sure I followed the rules. 86% Pilsner malt, 12% Vienna, and 2% Munich. God, that's beautiful. Tettnang at 30 minutes. That's what I'm smelling, my man. That's my favorite noble hop is Tettnang. This beer dried out more than I thought it would and ended up at... I'm going to let you guys
It
guess.
is so dry.
I'm going to let you guys guess the ABV.
Is this Miller the champagne of beers?
Yeah, that would be Miller High Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me finish this and then we'll get to that. Trying to figure
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Trying to figure out a name was the tricky part. With no German roots or anything, I went back to my grandpa, who I know you're going to do it, who in World War II smuggled Jews out of German-occupied Holland.
Really?
In the
that's
false
rude.
bottom of a milk truck. That is
Hell
amazing.
yes.
Yeah.
And a milk
What
truck?
a badass.
Yeah.
I mean, risking life and limb.
Also, do milk trucks still exist these days? Is that a thing? Like,
They
We
don't,
used to-
but
I-
I did
my
determine...
Schwann's guy used to deliver
Yeah.
milk. Remember that?
I did confirm, though, that Craig's milkshake does bring all the boys to the
all the
yard.
boys
does.
to the yard, yeah.
Yeah.
Since I smuggled this
look
beer
outside.
into the U.S. Oh, this is great. He says, since I smuggled the beer into the USA, I actually told the border guards exactly what was in my truck because I'm not that kind of guy. I wouldn't have, dude. While not quite as noble of a cause, I've come up with generational smugglers. That is
Yes.
awesome.
That's cool.
Okay,
Now
that's
it
dope.
makes sense. Yeah, for the
Dude, what a
Festbier.
badass family lineage.
So he did include a West Coast IPA, which we're going to be drinking after this.
Oh, let me guess another beer you're squatting on?
Yeah. A ghost beer.
It is in the fridge, and we're going to
Yeah,
drink it.
How
Yeah,
big
yeah,
is this fridge? The fridge that I've seen is an average fridge,
Never
but the
seen
amount
it.
of things you allegedly have in your fridge.
Allegedly.
I'm going to ask you this, Jeff. How many fridges do I have in my garage?
2.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you've only seen one.
Oh.
That's right. Okay.
Oh.
Says,
That's
thanks for all the laughs. The fact that these guys make you laugh, dude, I don't understand, but you're welcome.
Are
I
you
guess.
paying attention?
Have you
We're
met us?
fucking funny.
You should see us when we do the whiskey reviews.
Oh my god, we should do a whiskey review sometime.
Dude, can't we?
Oh god, we're doing it. We're doing a whiskey review.
Fucking amazing.
We completely glossed over the fact that Tim celebrated his 19th anniversary and Craig went on it.
No, we didn't. We
That's
actually
normal.
It was just Craig only.
we actually it was
It was me and Tim.
up at Tenaya
We left
Lodge.
the girls at home.
The
It was amazing.
legendary status.
Oh, that's good.
Dinner was amazing.
that
Our
is-
old fashions were
The
amazing.
old fashions are good.
Hey
Oh
guys,
my God.
I love this. Is not the Craig and Tim anniversary podcast.
Sorry.
I want to hear your thoughts on this. Somebody commented earlier
is
that
so
it is
dry.
okay. It is so dry.
Yeah.
it is like champagne dry.
Oh.
But it
It's Miller High
tastes-
Life.
It tastes like Miller High
But
Life.
the bouquet on the back end is way stronger than you'll ever get out of a Miller.
That's
What
Tettnang.
you
That's
said.
Tettnang. I'm telling you right now, this smell is my favorite for Pilsner, Lager, pale, any pale.
Yes.
That is Tettnang hops. I love it.
Oh, that
you
smells
guys are
good.
used to it because that's what I use the
Yes.
most in my. So you guys, I want you guys to guess the ABV on this one.
7.1.
Oh, you're close. What'd you say? 7.8, 7.1.
Let me take another little tug here.
It It's nothing crazy. I'm curious.
You said that last weekend.
That's 6.5.
You are the
Hold on.
closest. 6.2%.
6.2.
6.1 was closer.
I said 6.8.
He said
you're-
he said 7.1. He said 6.8. So you're.
It's like a showcase showdown on The Price is Right.
Yeah. How much is this bag of rice?
Here's the thing about these average brew. We're doing 10 beers usually. By the time we get to that last beer,
We're kind of
It's
hammered.
the best
little
one.
drunk. Yeah. And we're having Miller Lights in
Yeah.
between and going out and burning
Burning down
my
Marshall's house because
Yeah.
he refuses to clean his grill.
Talking
Oh,
heads.
God, I love how you find a way to blame everything on me, Justin.
I don't want to blame you, but it's your fault.
Okay.
I mean,
What do you guys think of this beer? God, this smells like soot.
Beer. Damn it.
Yeah, it smells like soot.
I have to wash my 49er shirt.
Hey,
Oh, just throw it in the
boo for
trash.
Just throw it in the
Shut
trash.
your
Throw
mouth.
it in the trash. So what do you guys do? Have we talked about the aroma and the flavor yet?
I
I'm not
don't
even
get
sure.
much of an aroma.
Oh, I do.
So I'm in Camp Tim. I don't
I
have
think-
a good schnoz.
I do too.
You get
I
nothing?
do too. No, I get it.
What do you get? Because I get something very particular.
Beer.
You're like, it
And
smells
we're
like
off the
glass.
rails.
Yeah. No, that smells
Smells so good.
great. Yep.
What do you
What
get,
does it
Marshall?
smell like? No,
So
no,
here-
hold on. What's it smell like? Because it smells so good. I want to know what it smells like, Craig.
it smells like good.
Oh,
That smells good.
oh, the adjectives. The adjectives.
Here's the thing. You said it smells like beer, and my brain was like, he nailed it. It's got that beery beer smell.
does,
That's
right?
freaking Harvest.
There's
I'm
no
telling you.
bread. There's no
People,
wheat. There's
there-
no berries. It smells
You know when
like
those kids
beer.
get lucky on a test?
It tastes like lemon.
No, it does not.
No, it
Hey,
doesn't.
hey, look, that's actually not far. A lot of people think they don't think they go in their mind to a place where like hints of lemon come in with pale lagers fermented with specific lager strains. Tim is flipping Justin off just to let everybody who can't see what's happening here right now.
I'm with the teacher.
I don't get lemon. I get so I remember my stepdad when I was like 7-8 years old. My stepdad drank the remember Michelob had those weird bottles that like
At 7? No, I don't
tapered
remember.
up. They were all around my house, and he would it'd be left out on the counter or something, and I'd go by and I'd be cleaning them up in the morning, and I'd smell them, and it had that beer smell, not in a bad way. And this has that, and there's something nostalgic. I've talked about this on the show before.
So it smells like a bar.
Kind of,
Yeah.
but not the cleaner. Like not the like when I go to a bar now, I smell.
No. A
cleaning.
bar now and a bar in the 80s is totally different.
Well,
I
you
was
had
like 7, 8
cigarettes
in the
back
80s,
then.
but yeah, that's right. It smells like
Craig,
cigarettes.
You were like 43?
Was
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Oh,
Tim was
this I love
same
the
age.
smell of this. What do you? Apparently, we're the only two that taste or smell anything now. It's great, right?
It's
I love it.
amazing.
Are you for real?
Those Fritos. I guess it's better than Tim falling asleep. Just crunching on some chili cheese Fritos over there.
Barely.
What do you think of the flavor and such?
I'm drunk.
I'm gonna puke in the street later.
I'm going to still throw up in his yard. I'm not.
We haven't even had that
Look at Tim's drinking from the bottle.
he's taking drag shots over here.
This is
Wow.
just hitting me like tropical.
I love. In a weird way, I get what you're saying, but I feel like that's the esters from the alcohol.
Oh, esters and phenols.
I feel like that is the
Is this
alcohol
juniper?
esters. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
juniper.
you're gonna get some juniper
No,
later with
you
the
know what?
IPA. That
the
these people
taste
say.
is really good. So good.
It's so good. I love it.
Are you in trouble?
No. So the reason Justin asked is because my wife just came to the door.
And flipped him off.
We're in the. No, we're buying a house. She just got off the phone with our realtor and was giving me the realtor eye roll.
Oh, did you get it?
Oh,
We're gonna put an offer, and we don't need to talk about this right now. Yes. Okay, so let's go. We have one more beer, I think. Right?
Nope.
oh,
Yes, we do,
honey,
dumbass.
iced tea.
This is a hateful show.
I did like that. I like that. I
Hate
like the
that's
flavor.
stemming from love. I
So
liked it too,
even
yeah.
at the last,
Oh, we got a good
little
one here, boys.
Last bit of that,
What we got?
Slam it. It was so good.
We got wieners.
I love wieners.
Wieners.
Wiener dogs.
There are wieners on this.
Yeah, I wasn't making it up.
Oh, looks like us at a campfire.
It'd be smarter to say wieners.
It's
Wien-
wieners at
Sausage
Tenaya Lodge.
Fest.
It's called Sausage Festbier.
That's awesome.
I swear to God, if this tastes like sausages,
Oh
I
wait,
am not
hey
gonna be
Marshall
happy.
and gang.
You want to read it? You read it.
Yeah,
Go.
Hey Marshall and gang, this beer is for you guys to quench your thirst while
Yeah, words are hard.
lifting around the you go for it.
Come on, Craig. All right.
I don't have
Can
my
you
glasses.
honestly not read it?
Hey, Marshall and gang, this is a beer for you guys to quench your thirst while sitting around talking shop and
See?
and measuring smoked sausage temps. Since you guys aren't enjoying this Oktoberfest-inspired beer in Munich, I thought I would bring you all there. Jersey was even able to fly in for that special event. So Prost to the sausage, a festive beer. October magic is finally here. Prost. Brewed by Andrew Hoddenfield. Nantucket, man. Oh, you know what? There
Nantucket
once
what?
was a
Hold
man
on.
from Nantucket.
Nantucket what?
I can't finish the rest. This is a family show.
It's M.A.
It's
what?
Nantucket. Oh, Massachusetts.
Okay.
I know. I'm not stupid.
It
I'm
sounded
drunk.
like you were going somewhere
Yeah,
else.
there
and
once
I
was
had
a man
to-
from Nantucket.
I know this song.
Yeah.
I know what it is. Here. This
No.
is ours. This one's ours. You're gonna
Warning.
love this.
Rule 1 was broken making of this beer. Fuck yes.
Yes. It's
Moves
gonna
to
be
the
good.
top.
It's gonna be good.
I love the label.
So do I. It's
Oh, look at the wieners with hair.
This is legit. This is legitimately the best
That's
label
what
we
she
got.
said.
Today. It really is nice.
Hands down.
Should we use this for the?
I don't know. I don't have any.
I got half a can here for you.
Thank you.
We'll take a picture of that, and I can. We'll see
Dude,
if I.
this
yeah.
is legit. 4 wieners hanging out, drinking beers, having fun. They're having pretzels. You know what we're not having, Tim?
Not pretzels.
Not pretzels, because Marshall's bogarting them.
I got a whole
You
bunch
know
of
what,
pretzels for
Justin?
you
They
guys.
could be making fun of us. 4 wieners drinking a beer.
Guaranteed, that's what he's doing. You think
And that's
I
fine.
have any? I don't give a shit. You
I
think
love
I
it.
have any doubt in my mind? I love being made fun
I'm
of.
the one with the most hair.
Said nobody.
What's funny is that
Oh, this
I
tastes like
easily
sausage
have
and
more
peppers.
hair than anybody. Sausage and peppers,
Oh,
really?
It's very
I'm
Italian.
sorry.
But by way of Germany.
Yeah,
That's not true. This is fucking good.
it's so bomb. It's
haven't tasted it.
it's
this
so
is
good.
kind of fruity.
I got no taste, no smell.
Ooh, damn, this is good.
That's nice.
You get fruity. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go back into it.
I get fruity on the taste, not
Yeah,
on, the,
back
smell.
end.
I get bread on the nose, big time.
No,
I don't
not
care
on
about
the
the nose. I
taste.
can't smell.
I haven't
ta-
tasted it yet.
Have you tasted it?
I don't know if I've tasted it. I'll be honest.
Take a
with you.
sip.
Okay.
Sip it.
Bloop.
It smells like bread.
It does.
Okay, that's fine.
Doesn't taste like a bread.
It don't taste like bread.
It's creamy.
It tastes like bread. Are
It
you
does,
kidding me?
yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Have you actually ever had a carb?
Have you ever had a beer review before?
Is this his first time? I get it. He's a doctor. But
Tammy, will you please jump in here?
Nope.
you shut your mouth when you're talking
It
to
does
me.
taste like
Clearly, your wife is telling
it's
you to
creamy.
sit down.
and it's bready.
You're a liar.
I am not.
You ain't never had a slice of bread in your life.
Don't defend yourself. Just tell us what you think.
That's what I think.
Creamy bread.
Yeah.
Okay, never had that before.
I don't care.
Is that like it's like
Justin.
I soaked a piece of bread in some cream of wheat? You're a liar.
Pumpernickel.
Or just in milk or something.
No, we're gonna go full cream of wheat.
Oh, I love cream.
Dude, this is a little.
love
God
it.
damn it! I'm kind of getting the bread now after drink 3, but this is sweet.
It's sweet.
So there's a thing with beers that have a little bit higher alcohol that are like pale colored, and all other characteristics are low, where that alcohol can come across as kind of a sweet, perceptibly sweet. So what I do, I get what you're saying. I get kind of a sweet thing on my palate, but when I swallow, it doesn't leave a sugary coating in my mouth.
You just made me blush.
No. Yeah,
Was I pointing at you?
Yeah,
Because you said sweet thing on the palate.
Gross.
this is just dive.
Yeah. I'm glad this is the last beer we're doing.
I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, we'll drink more after this, but thankfully,
Apparently.
people won't judge. Yeah, well, we got about 3 more. We should have been 12, but I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you drink, like
It washes away.
yeah, exactly, and it doesn't leave that weird, sickly, sweet thing in your mouth.
Yeah, there's not any phenols left. That's for sure.
What's a phenol?
It's
Just
the
name-
opposite of a gingerberry.
No, you ain't wrong. I don't know what a ginger beer.
Wrong.
Yeah, phenol's a byproduct from esters, which
And
come from gin, which is a byproduct of honey,
Dingleberries.
which in a roundabout way really comes from the native North American blueberry bush. If I could be wrong.
I was very intrigued.
Probably not wrong though.
I've watched you. Wow.
So, yeah, esters are
The opposite of phenols.
they're not the they're different things.
Second
Sanford's
round
wife.
is pretty good.
I like this.
This is a good beer.
I
It
like
is a good beer.
I feel
It'd
like
be
we
cool
are.
if we included some hot dogs or.
Remember,
Right?
you got? Yeah, I feel like we're in a tailspin. Remember Tailspin from DuckTales? Yeah, yeah. He was my favorite character, and now I understand why. Great, Craig. Thank you
Thanks.
for that.
You know how hard it is to edit that
I was
stuff out?
trying to hold it back.
He's been bitching at us all afternoon about his
Me-
editing. I gotta
Of
edit.
stupid
I went
editing
to
I have
speak,
do.
and that's what it came out.
So much nastiness out of you. You're full of phenols.
We almost have as many Miller Lite cans as we do Festbier cans out here right now.
Dude, I like Festbier.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
this
Miller
was
Lite.
really good. This,
So he hands down is the winner of the labels, closely behind Metal Sky or Metelsky.
The brewery is Metal Sky, but it's his husband's last name, Metelsky, I believe.
yeah, we have
Yeah, I
the,
remember
we have
that.
the
We have the
stickers.
stickers. Yeah, we
we
have
have the
stickers.
glasses.
I said, "Oh,
the
Metal Sky
t-shirts.
Brewing," and then you immediately
I got a
corrected
t-shirt,
me.
yeah.
I only whatever.
Dude, I wear that T-shirt. It's cool.
Yeah. So Festbier in general, what do you guys think? That was so gross, Craig.
It's a top.
I hear
four.
my guitars reverberating from your burp. Actually, yeah. What do you? So
It's a top 4 beer style. for
it
me.
is so good,
It's so good.
and they've already. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but they've already
you.
picked the next.
Oh, what is it?
Do tell.
Pray tell.
Here's the thing: as they continue to pluck off the ones that I think they think we're going to like, right?
They're probably wrong on this one.
No, we're going to like this.
Just
next
tell us.
Look, I'd tell you if I didn't.
sour one.
I was lying about remembering what it is.
I hope it's a
but
sour.
No, it's not. I know. I know what it is. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. But here's
Hazy IPA.
But here's the thing. No.
I'll quit.
You're going to have
you'll like it.
What it's going to be is we're going to have a lot of fun because you and I are. I don't hate it. You know this. We actually have some out in the fridge. We'll drink that tonight as well.
How big is this fucking
So he
refrigerator?
says. We always hear that.
It's not. It's
we end up drinking water.
Yeah. You got any Kool-Aid?
that is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Craig, I will drink
It's
whiskey
flavored
with you.
water.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah. It's lime
Yeah.
water, lime
Yeah.
sparkling
Oh,
water.
yeah.
No,
It's sparkling
but
soda.
Back to my point. If when they start to, they're picking off all these good ones. Oh yeah, we got alt beer. We had whatever.
Oh, that's good too.
All of them have been fun.
They've been amazing.
They're going to start getting into some weird ones like wit beer, which you guys are not
Oh.
terribly familiar with.
What?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Wit beer is
wit.
delicious.
No, it's
No, he
what?
said
What
wit.
beer?
Wit. WHITBIERRY. The Y is silent.
WHI
Why is silent?
wit beer.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the chow? Clam chowder.
No. It's getting. I fear. I'm saying this to the brew club.
Beer.
Advocate for your beer reviewers here. You got to mix in some weird shit because we've gotten
Like salmon flavored beer.
Yeah, that is not a style.
I think it's called salmon.
It's coastal beer.
Simone.
Yeah, it's Northwestern Coastal.
That, no, okay, you're right. You know what? I'll call Gordon Strong.
It's,
and let him
it's
know.
made with
we done
shrimp
sour
shells
beer?
and salmon.
The point that I'm trying to
Oyster
make is that
crackers.
it's what it's going to happen is we're going to have like 2 years straight of beers that all four of us are like, what the hell is this? Because they've got mixed fermentation, you got wood.
I
aged.
like it.
So do
wood
I.
aged.
Yeah.
Wood, but
Would I?
start sprinkling some of that stuff in now because what I'm saying is we've gotten a whole bunch so far of
good.
relatively normal and good
Yeah.
beers, right? Now, the New Zealand Pilsner thing, that was a one-off. That style is delicious, and we had about, 2 out of the 10 beers were really good.
Yeah.
And most of the other ones were oxidized for whatever weird reason. Nobody knows, right? I can't wait for things like Hazy IPA or even a Russian Imperial Stout. Can you imagine the
Yep.
four of us sitting here drinking Russian Imperial 10 Russian.
10 or 12. Be peeing on each other's shoes.
I don't know what I would do.
I'm so angry. I want the vodka.
That was good.
I want the vodka. Yeah. Anyways.
My name is Boris.
Oh, we just
That
saw
was really good, Craig.
We saw Boris made my Boris up.
All right, well, that is it. That is it. Everybody shut up. That is it for our 11th Average Brew review episode. Again, if you'd like to be a part of this project, head over to thebrewclub.com, thebruclub.com to learn more about getting involved. Huge thanks to you three doofuses for joining me to review these beers. I had a great time as always. Don't forget to subscribe to the Brew Lab, where host Cade Job takes you into the lab with brewing professionals to discuss the important and fascinating work they're doing on our favorite beverage. And make sure to stay hip to everything we're up to over at brewlosophy.com. The Brewlosophy podcast is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors as well as all of our rad listeners. We seriously could not do this without you. Cheers to everyone who has subscribed and left a review of our show. It makes a huge difference. If you haven't yet, please consider doing so. Head over to brewlosophy.com/support to view a list of ways you can easily help us to continue producing this podcast. If you want a reward for your support, visit patreon.com/brewlosophy. Thanks again for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Brewlosophy podcast. Until then, think beer.
Start off the morning with some hot tea, lemon and honey, cause it suits my bro. Put some herb in the bowl, yeah, it's homegrown. Ain't gotta go through the middleman no more.